Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Carol is going to be back on your screens very, very soon indeed. Also, another thing is my final morning show, but another thing that's fantastic about today is I've already been awake for numerous hours doing something a little bit special. Yeah, I have. Been filming a DVD. Oh yeah. With a guest designer. I can't say who it is because it's all very, very hush-hush, but I have been filming a DVD with a guest designer today. I won't tell you who that guest designer is, but I will say that my morning show guest designer just happens to be Alison Tarry. Hello, Alison Tarry.
Hello, lovely.
What have you been doing this morning?
Oh, I had quite an early start this morning.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it.
No. But you've been busy.
Been busy.
Have you? Yeah. Hush, hush.
Yeah.
It's all under wraps. Wire wraps, you might say.
Very good.
Right? I would like to say more, but I might be caught, much like a brooch would be, if I say anything else.
Don't broach that subject.
Absolutely. Nailed it. Love that. Alison Tarry, what have we got in the first kit today, please? Because I have fallen in love with it 10 times over.
We've got a bit of fun. We're going to have knitting arrows. The gemstones are absolutely incredible. I wish I'd have had another 2 or 3 weeks because I've got so much left over of and I'm really loving knitting the jewellery at the moment.
There's knitting and there's precious pieces.
Oh yeah,
and
the gemstones.
There's just so much going on in that kit. Honestly, you are going to fall in love. And Alison Tarry, knowing how clumsy I am, is letting me get hold of a set of needles today. So knitting needles are going to be going everywhere and I can't wait. We've got so much coming up. Do you mind if I just show you these most precious, amazing pieces I've got here for you? These are the type of gemstones you will see set into engagement rings. Stunning diamonds. Now these, ladies and gentlemen, are absolutely exceptional. Look at how phenomenal these diamonds are. These are the highest quality of their type we have ever brought to you at JewelleryMaker. And my lovely morning show people, I am absolutely over the moon to have the opportunity to bring these to you today. You're getting such a vast amount of them and the quality is just so high. Coming up at around about 10 o'clock, it is going to be worth the wait. Finally, we have something here that we will see in the likes of silversmith work. I'm so excited to bring those to you. I've got loads of treats coming up. As I said, it is my final morning show with you this morning, so I've really just kind of gone with my producer and packed out with so many goodies, so many treats. If you love colour, I've got this beautiful icy sherbet kind of sunset gemstone here for you. Very rarely indeed do we get to see this type of gemstone. I very rarely get to see it and I am absolutely happy as peas to bring this to you today. It is extremely high quality. It is an extremely rare gemstone. We had to work to get this, so I have got very low quantity indeed on this one. I really do. Less than 40 of them available today. Let's get kicking off, shall we? Because I've got so much. Oh wow, my lovely producer Scott has just tried to win me over by saying, because you're a star, Becky, let's start with the star chain. Oh, anyone else got a little bit of toothache from the sweetness of that? Ladies and gentlemen, look at this exceptional chain. First things first. The detail in this, you might instantly think, well, that has to be copper, doesn't it? Because it is so detailed. Surely we wouldn't be able to find the time, effort and money to be able to create this with sterling silver. But then you look at it and you go, hang on. The shine from that, the amount of light that puts back into my eye, it can only be silver. And it really is genuine 925 sterling silver. We've taken the look and the workmanship that we found relatively easy to do with the likes of copper and brass, but we've taken it to the next level in skill and beauty and done it in this stunning silver. A massive amount of it you get as well. a meter's worth of this chain in total. You get the level out evenness of the stars, so you get those distributed throughout this chain at regular intervals, and it gives you this eye-catching look, which I just adore. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, we have packed out the show today. We are getting ready for the weekend. We really, really are. It's taken us a long time to create this, and we have got it back for you today. Low stock opportunity. I wish I could say I've got 103, but I simply do not. If you want to get this stunning chain and give this to a make or a person that is a star in your life, now is your opportunity. Get it whilst you can. Your price point today. That is exceptional. The amount of workmanship that goes in to create this for sterling silver is absolutely epic. The amount of extra weight we have to put into this to create those stars as well. Have you seen the weight of this? 8.5 grams worth of precious metal. And I tell you what, when you place this in your hand, the fluidity of it is just exceptional. When you place this in your hand, you can feel that weight. It feels precious. It feels luxurious. And I tell you what, it absolutely is. Although the price does not say luxurious to me.
That's astounding.
Isn't it?
Can I have an idea?
You can.
Can I have an idea?
You're allowed to have an idea.
I want to take some sections of that chain, and in the stars, because they're hollow, I want to put a little bit of silver clay, and then I want to pop one of those diamonds on it.
Oh my gosh, you've just made my morning, and it's only 7 minutes past the hour. That is such a fantastic idea. One of the diamonds we've got coming up for you later. Now, you know what I'm like. I'm not going to be able to balance this, am I? But as an idea, let me just show you. One of these, a bit of silver clay, and one of those placed
Just
in the centre.
Just at the end, maybe have a chain with a few of them, and a cascading chain of you know, finishing with that star at the end in an earring.
That is just a gorgeous idea, and how decadent.
I know.
That is going to look so high-end and special, isn't it? It really, really is. Don't forget, just after 10 they're coming up. Well done to everyone who's got that. Lots of multi-buyers. Good morning, you wonderful people. A meter's worth of this sensational chain. You can even see, as I turn it, the sparkle from there. You see how the light is hitting your eye? It is like stars at night. £19.95. I've got 25 of these available now at this opportunity. So a real deal for you. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, you know, it's that kind of feel, isn't it? It's got that wish upon a star feel about it.
And layering, you know, we know chains and layerings are all in at the moment, and you've got a meter.
Yeah.
You know, you could be really decadent at that price and just use the whole meter in one piece.
You really could.
you know.
Great that you've got big links in between these too, so you can add your head pins or your eye pins from there if you want to add charms, etc. But for me, that is a simple bracelet. I'm happy as Larry on a Friday. 10 of them left, £19.95. Well done to you all. Plenty of you with it in your baskets as well. Nice work to all of you. Do not forget those diamonds coming up just around 10 o'clock-ish. Okay, bringing to you now. Oh, look at them. Oh my gosh, the shine and sparkle. Isn't it eye-catching? Can't wait to bring you those. Okay, next up, I'm going to be bringing to you a real kind of delicate connector now, but it's one that is going to add pure decadence to your pieces. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the rarest gemstones in the world, and actually from the picture did not realise how substantial this piece is. Genuine tanzanite set into sterling silver. Wow.
Oh,
look at how substantial that is though. Didn't expect that myself.
No.
That is phenomenal, isn't it? I love how you've actually got some of those inclusions within there. Inclusions aren't always something we look for, but I really like them in certain gemstones because it lets you know they're real. People are going to look at this and know instantly that this is the real deal. They might not believe you've actually got a tanzanite, so do feel free to get your authenticity with this. Just talk to the call centre about it. It's only an extra sort of 25p, and it gives you all the information about this. But people are going to know that this is a real deal gem, and the fact of when you tell them it's a tanzanite and one of the rarest gemstones in the world, one of the gemstones used to highlight so many kind of celebrities' necklines and to be worn in all of these red carpets, is just going to put such a big smile on their faces. This is brand spanking new to you. Imagine the chain that's at the bottom of the screen with just one of these in the center. That is a bracelet for me that if I saw that at a stall, I would be trying to buy as many as possible if I saw it for £50. I would be trying to purchase as many as I could just as a bracelet. Because I know it's decadent, I know it's high-end, and I know the situation with tanzanite at the moment, and it is not looking good for yields in the future. So get pieces like this whilst you can. We're finding it extraordinarily harder than we ever have before, actually, to get decent quality tanzanite like this. No way. Sorry, I've just heard the price.
Oh, I'm having at least 3 of those.
Oh my gosh, limited stock now, unsurprisingly, because so many of you have purchased this as soon as you were on the web. That is absolutely shocking. Brilliant. Was anyone else expecting about $22.95?
Yeah. Now I want one of those at each side of an earring.
Yes.
And I want some of that chain dangling down with the stars at the bottom with my diamonds in. And the same for a bracelet. Perfect with that chain.
I adore the idea. Let me just give you a little idea of it. Something like that.
Yeah. It's just so pretty.
That is such a stunning idea. Huge influx of people. Didn't expect to do this price. I'm telling you, we have absolutely packed out the show for you today. We really, really have. 15 opportunities left. Loads in baskets. It's fastest finger first. I hope you've had your morning caffeine because we are ready and raring to go with it today. Do not forget kit coming up for you literally in a matter of moments, and you are going to be absolutely floored by the quality of the pieces we've got coming up in that kit. It's going to go great with things like this. Nearly sold out now. Well done to you. What a shocker. $9.95. It had sold out. Sorry about that. Another sellout for you. I'm going to get to you now. If you missed out on that one, or you maybe just want to add something to it to give you a little bit of a more blush feel, this is perfect. Ruby. It's the ruby variety. Wow, the quality of that ruby is phenomenal. Anyone else seeing back palettes of purple? Because I am. That goes to show you the quality of this. It is just beautiful. Translucent as well, not entirely opaque. So to be able to get that with the back palette is stunning, isn't it? Ruby, of course, one of the highest priced coloured gemstones in the world. It is most certainly the highest price per carat in general of its family. So a very high-end piece we've got here for you. Again, encased in your sterling silver. I don't know about you, but I need to know the price. Ready for it? Your price point today. I love that, right? You know you've got a ridiculous price when your producer for your first hour, Scott, who is also a manager, goes, I don't know why it's that price, I didn't set it. Like, even he's like, just to let you know, in case any other managers ask, it wasn't me. I'm used to Dion doing that, not you, Manager Scott. That is a shocker.
That's an amazing price. So let's go from our earrings with our tanzanite and our chain and just add those and the tanzanite and have them connected as a bracelet.
Great idea. I'm over the moon with that idea.
Right.
That is astonishing. 14 left, loads in baskets. I'm so glad you're up and ready and raring to go with us today because I have treats for you. I really do. That's a sellout. Sorry about that. Always take that kind of number at the bottom. That's doing your quantity. It's a bit of a guide. Really do take it as a guide because we can never be entirely sure that that is the amount. Charms.
Charmed.
How charming. They're coming up for you later. I've got another one now. I've got 3 of those number boxes. Oh, hello, friends. How are you? Sterling silver bracelet, anybody? Let me show you this. I love a bracelet. I love a bracelet with an extender cord in particular because I don't know if you've ever tried to buy a bracelet for someone. You'd think relatively easy. You'd think, oh, it's like buying a necklace, isn't it? Quite easy to do. Not that easy because very much like a ring, you need a sizing on it. Yeah. And certain bracelets just come in the individual sizes, whether it be 6.5 inch or 9.5 inch. You know, there's no in between because not many of them have extenders. Ours here does. Now that means that you're going to be able to wear this whether you've got a dainty little sparrow wrist like myself or a normal human wrist. I've got for you here in size Okay, extension wise, you're starting off around a 7-inch bracelet, and it's going all the way up to 8.5 inch.
Wow.
So you've got a wonderful, wonderful size range there. Again, sterling silver. Just to let you know, first 3 of our products that we've done for you today have sold out. So if you want to get your hands on treats like this, it's very important to be super duper snappy for you today, because genuinely, I've got treats coming out of my ears. Not literally, don't worry. 925 sterling silver with the beautiful lobster claw. Don't forget as well, it does state, you know, you have got your 925 running throughout there, and the fact of the matter is that I'm getting a mammoth amount of weight on it. It's got beautiful large links, so if you want to do charms, absolutely go for it. Your price point today on your sterling silver bracelet. Now, if I wanted to go and purchase one bracelet from a well-known catalogue store in sterling silver, I would be paying that and more for just one. The fact that I'm bringing 5 of these to you for that price point, I have got something that actually is almost like kind of a Blue Cross sale. That is not the price point you would normally expect. And if my maths are correct, you're looking at, well, it's less than £3, isn't it, per one? Isn't it? Quite a bit less. I do like to be safer rather than sorry. That is amazing deal. £2.59.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, £2.59 approximately per one.
That's bonkers.
For genuine real deal sterling silver. That's 5 bracelets. That's 1 bracelet for every day of the working week.
Yeah.
You would expect a clasp to be about that price, just the clasp alone, wouldn't you? If I actually brought to you 5 mini extenders with 5 clasps, not including the bracelet chain, for $12.95, that'd be a great price. It's a sellout, it's a sellout, it's a sellout. 4 sellouts we've got so far. Honestly, I mean, I have gone whoop and ta-da with everything today. That means getting it all in, bringing you all the treats. Okay, I'm gonna mosey on over now to the wonderful Alison Tarry, because, ladies and gentlemen, we need to see what she's been making. Keep your eyes peeled, because I'm just gonna sort of really slowly go past these pieces so you can see them. That's everything you can make from the kit. Aren't they stunning? Which one caught your eye? Was it the leaf design? That's the one that caught my eye this morning. It really is sensational. Over here with Alison Tarry, how have you been?
All right, it's been ages.
I feel like it's been, yeah, it's been at least 40 minutes since we last worked on screen together, hasn't it? How are you?
All right, thank you.
What have you been doing?
In the last 40 minutes, not a lot.
Well, you know.
What have I been doing? I've been working hard. I've got
really
some
hard.
fantastic kits.
Yeah.
I've got them stacked up at home, actually. I've got some amazing kits. And today, I've just loved them. Absolutely adored what I've had.
I am so in love with this collection. Get ready to fall head over heels. I'll be completely honest with you. When I think knitted pieces, knitted necklaces, I find it really hard to get it in my mind, apart from maybe just a really kind of organic, loose thing. This is stylised and beautiful and so wearable.
Oh,
I'm in love.
And it's so versatile, so once you've learned how to do it, and it's fantastic for the monochrome, it's very in, it's very understated, but you can take that and use, we have some amazing yarns and threads on the show, and the same pattern you can use for all of them, so you can use the very fine Zari threads, or you can use the Zari cords for it. You can, a whole array, and it can go miles. And
miles.
This, I just love. You could also have that as a bracelet. You could have it just as a lapel.
Lapel, brilliant idea.
So you could sew in a brooch back to it. You could have such a play with it.
You can have
put it around
loads
a
of things.
hat.
Oh, I want that. I want that, and a headband.
Oh, and a headband.
Oh my gosh.
You've all been vintage. You could have had it across there for a vintage.
Yes.
There's
There's so much you could do, and we will be showing you this technique. We've also got all of these very luxurious gemstone and metal pieces. Oh, wow. What was your inspiration with this piece we're looking at now?
I just love cascading necklaces. I wish I had a longer neck and a different shape so I could wear them, because they are my favourite type of necklace, and they just don't suit me. they just don't work with me.
Oh, don't.
And I adore them.
Oh.
I make them all the time, and I'm like, oh, I love that.
Oh, don't worry. If you ever overmake, I'm
bracelets.
here for you.
Oh, would you help me out with that?
Yeah,
would you?
absolutely. I'll even walk
so
around like
kind.
this, or a
That's
giraffe-esque, if you wish.
She's so kind, isn't she?
These are just
Love
going
it.
to show off exactly how high-end and decadent those gemstones and findings are together. Does that make it quite easy to work with, or quite pressured because you think, oh my gosh, these are so beautiful?
I love working with beautiful things. They almost made themselves.
Yeah.
They almost made. I wanted to do some knitting, so I thought, well, right, I love the faceted drops. They work so well with it because they're like little stamen coming out of the leafy, flowery type thing. But the rest of them, I love it. I haven't done much bead weaving for ages, so the bracelet, I loved that.
Yeah, a
I'm
nice
like,
little
I've got it.
break.
They're bicones. How often do we get bicones?
Very rarely indeed.
How often?
And I'm going to show them to you right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, I wish I had 104 of these, but I simply don't. Every single product we've had on this morning, I've sold out of. So you've got to come in quickly, and in particular, when you have such a varied and workable kit as this. Take a little look first off at the bicones themselves. What an absolute wonder. The lustrous appeal of these, the way that light just dances on the surface, giving you that kind of paparazzi light bulb pop. It is so eye-catching, I've got to say. Still very, very delicate in their look though, which gives it even more of a kind of striking appeal in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, because it's not a heavy piece, and it's the sort of piece as well that you could wear somewhere slightly smart to go out. I mean, I wouldn't wear it with my jeans and t-shirt to go to Tesco's, the big ones, but the little one you could.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, very easily. But you could also then take them down the red carpet.
Completely.
You know, or go to some black tie event or something, you know? And
so it's one of those that can stretch from day to night wear, isn't it? And when I pair them with those quartz, I love how they tessellate in together.
Yes.
They just look astonishing. The clarity on that quartz is phenomenal. Don't forget, for me, quartz, depending on where you read, can sometimes be classified as a grade 2 gemstone. That means there might be inclusions within there, in particular when you look through a loop at 10% kind of magnification. But don't forget, for me, when you're looking at these through that camera, it's around 40%, 40 times magnification. And even through the camera that you're looking at it now, totally clear to my eye. It really is a high-end strand. To be able to get those bicones in the same shape, 6mm, same size, is just a really decadent look, isn't it? And then going to add to you a black onyx drop. When you hold these up, you get to see that glow emitting from the inside.
They're so beautiful, and the facets on them reflect the light so beautifully. You're still getting that sparkle from them. Absolutely gorgeous.
You really are. A very, very workable strand, not only due to the beauty of them, but also due to the graduation. Graduating size, we're going from an 8x4, so really nice, dainty, delicate, all the way to a big, bold piece in the middle of around about a 12x6. For me, that means, I know, I've got earrings to be made from this, and I've got pendants to be made as well, going from very, very dainty in the ears, because we all know there's nothing worse than having a bat wing, is there, of an earlobe at the end of a night. You know, when you put your earrings in and it's so weighty by the end of the night, you feel a little bit bat-esque. There's nothing worse, is there? But when you've got that graduation, you know, you can carry on the same look, but you don't have to buy 2 strands.
No.
I don't have to buy a strand to do my pendant piece and then buy a separate strand to do my earrings. I've got 2 strands worth almost here in one place, so very versatile indeed. And now let's move on to the crowning glory, shall we, with these amazing add-ons. First things first, when is the last time you saw a big selection like this of your featherweight head pins?
I can't remember when I last saw them. They're like gold dust. They really are
They
like gold
really
dust.
are. If you've never ever seen these before, let me tell you exactly what they are. So they're a head pin. You can see you've got the ball head pin on the end there. It works as a stopper. But you've got that wonderful long length of wire there. Now, why does this compare differently to our normal head pins that we find in the findings kit? Well, it is the thickness of this wire. It's delicate, it's dainty, and that means if you've got any of those really high-end gemstones, those very professional gemstones, like the garnet I've got coming up for you a little bit later on, you've got more chance of it going through the drill hole. So for any of those high-end gemstones that maybe you've got and you can't get the likes of your 0.6 wire through all your standard head pins, these are more than likely to work. The fact that I'm bringing to you 100 of these just makes it kind of the creme de la creme, really, doesn't it?
I know, and I've used loads because I've used them to do all the chain work I've done on there. I haven't added in any wire, and I've still got quite a few left.
You've still got...
I've used loads of them.
Wow. You've really gone for it. You can see how much we've used in there. They're just spectacular. And then the kind of connectors or droppers, if you will, that we've got in here. Now, what did you like about these ones, Alison?
I love things where you can go from 1 to 3. They're a beautiful shape. I like the design. It's almost that deco-y feel again.
You're right.
Really structured, symmetrical. It's lovely. They are beautiful. And they just add another dimension.
They do, actually. I love the kind of way that these work together. Certain findings that we bring to you, you can kind of make yourself. These ones would be very difficult to recreate, actually.
Gosh, yeah.
Very time-consuming to do.
You just wouldn't.
You just wouldn't. I love that. You simply wouldn't. We've got here the one connector at the top and then the 3 droppers from the bottom. It means you can do almost this chain tassel effect as we have on Alison's designs, or of course you could use one at either side of maybe your collarbone and go into a 3-stranded necklace if you wanted to, using up all those pearls, etc. we've got. Big amount of those, 10 in total. You've also got here your essential threading pack as well, including your elastic, your monofilament and your beading thread. And of course, one thing I haven't even mentioned yet is all of the cords. Now, we were looking at the knitted piece straight away. This is a cord selection I've never seen before.
Yeah, I haven't. And I tell you what, it's like a dream to use.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was beautiful to use. I can imagine your kumihimo in it, I can imagine your macrame in with it. I mean, my biggest problem with this kit was deciding what I was going to make because there were so many possibilities.
Yes.
That was my biggest problem.
Yeah.
It's the same with the gemstones, because like you say, they nest in together so nicely. I'm like, do I do that? Do I do this?
The versatility of it is just phenomenal. Bringing you a big amount of those cords. Need to let you know, exclusive to this kit, these cords are. They're both 1 mil and they're both 100 meters worth on each. Totally exclusive to this kit. So if you want to get your hands on these ones, treat yourself to this kit. Why? It's very versatile, as we've already discussed. It's extreme quality with all of the elements. And because the price point is going to really make you smile. Should be. Now, please bear in mind for me that that's the price point. If you went on our website right here, right now, and bought all of these individually, that would be the price point. A, it doesn't necessarily mean that that was the RRP. Some of these will have already been dropped in price, hence that unusual price point we've got there. But B, we've got it all here together to give you a look, to give you an idea, and to save you all the time of going through the website and trying to find all of these individually. Already at almost £44 for me, a great price point. But at £24.95, an exceptional price point. Why? Because we've got exclusive cords in here, and not just a little bit, 200 meters worth. We've got a massive amount of those featherweight head pins, which we haven't seen, it feels like, in months and months and months. I'm not even sure if I've seen it this year in a selection yet. That alongside the fact that those gemstones I've got are so decadent, so high-end, and work so well together. Massive price drop on there. Price drop-wise, we're looking at just over £18, ladies and gentlemen. £18 back into your pocket, essentially, on the price point of this. That is absolutely exceptional. The fact that I've got multi-purchase on this goes to prove to you how elegant this is and how standout this is. We don't always get multi-purchases on things like this, but we have today. So a very special treat for you at that price, and going to show you just how high-end this is.
Can I say something as well?
Yeah.
The cord.
Hang on, let's do it like we're in class.
Excuse me.
Alison.
Yes, miss. The cords went through the bicones.
The 1 mil cord?
The 1 mil cord. You have to sort of make sure you keep, you know, twisting your cord, but your cord goes through your bicones. Well, it did for me. It did on mine. It won't go through the drops, but it went through the bicones.
Which is phenomenal, because with high-end gemstones, sometimes we don't want to make the hole too large on them because we don't want to shatter the gem. So sometimes some of your gems will only go on maybe your 0.4 or your 0.6. So to get 1 mil cord through it means you're going to be able to get things like 1 mil wire through it.
Yeah, I'd say you probably get a 0.8 wire through it because you can squash the 1 mil cord a little bit.
So really sizable drill hole on these.
Fantastic drill holes on them. Absolutely fantastic.
I love this collection, and so do a lot of you at home. Congratulations to all of you buying singly and multi-purchasing on this. Again, I would say to you, I don't have as many as I would like. We've got under 100 of these available. So if you want them, all you have to do is get yourself on the phone line 0800 644 655. Get through to our call centre. They're only a few doors down the road. They're lovely. Press option number 1 on the phone lines and you will get through to them, and they'll be able to help you add this to your order, or join us on JewelleryMaker.com and you can treat yourself, add this to your baskets, and make sure you're checking them out. Working out per component around per piece of jewellery around £4 and 15 pence.
Yeah. you might be lucky to get the sort of silvery earrings for that.
That is absolutely mind-boggling, isn't it?
It is.
If I came to your stall and even saw a pair of earrings for £5, well, your stall wouldn't be full for very long, I imagine.
Yeah. And you certainly wouldn't be paying £4 for the knitted piece.
Well, no, you would not. These are absolutely exceptional at that price point, ladies and gentlemen. For all of this, I think it's safe to say not only a very workable collection, but a great bargain as well for you. It truly is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, while you're adding this to your basket, make sure you're checking them out, because don't forget, if you put them in your basket, you're basically just saying, oh, I quite like those, but you do need to check them out. That's how you know that they are yours. So just press that button and they will be winging their way to you in a few days. Now, you are going to show us how to do the knitted piece. I'm so excited, because knitting isn't something we tend to touch upon on Jewellery Maker that often.
But it's coming in, and when you look out there, because I've been doing a lot of research lately, and there is quite a lot of textile, quite a lot of yarns being used. There's a lot more knitted products coming through.
You're right.
It's amazing. I've gone on and I've seen some amazing artists, and I've knitted for years. I've sold knitted stuff for many years. And it's just so much fun to bring that into the jewellery making.
Fantastic.
I'm loving it.
So for all of you beginners out there who have never ever knitted before, don't worry, I'm with you. Because I myself, I don't even yield to these sort of safely, do I? I myself have bought
Sorry.
take up, Kerry, you're safe, you're fine. I can't promise you that. I myself have actually purchased magazines to teach me how to knit, and I've tried to follow them and have never even been able to cast on. I've even watched tuition online, and hands get in the way and it goes too fast, and I'm forever pausing and rewinding it. So we're going from complete beginners now, aren't we? Fantastic.
And trust me, these leaves are not that hard to do. They're not.
Wonderful.
Right. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
So you're going for the black. I'm sorry, I couldn't find the plastic needles. She's had to have metal ones.
My tech up Kerry's just gone audibly. Oh no. Let's get going.
Right, so we're going to make a little knot.
Okay.
Just an overhand knot. Pull it through, and that's your first loop. Okay.
Okay.
Just a simple slip knot.
Got ya.
Okay. Pop your needle in.
Yeah.
Right. So with your needle, hold the tail with your hand that you've got your needle in, so it just keeps it out of the way.
Okay. Got ya.
Okay. Right. It's quite easy because we're only casting on 3 stitches.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay? So we're going to pop our needle through that loop.
Through the loop itself.
Through the loop.
Yeah.
Then you're going to go round the back of the needle and between them and pull it. Now, as you're pulling it, keep that needle, the one you're moving, keep the end of that on the other needle. That's the trick to not losing it.
Got ya. Can you pop your hands a little bit
Sorry.
in here for us? That's all right. No, it's fine.
I'm sliding. Yeah?
Yeah.
Pull it through and pop it over the other needle. So you've got your loop.
Pull it through and over the other needle.
That's it. So pull it, pull it towards me a bit.
Yeah.
Pull this towards me.
Yeah.
And then you can pop that loop over there.
Over the top of the other
There
one.
you go. You've now cast. Take the needle out. You've now cast on a stitch.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Stop.
I am absolutely amazed at that, because the amount of magazines I've read and tuitions I've seen, I've never even got that far. So that's amazing.
Right.
Okay.
So we're now going to go between those two stitches.
In between
So you've
them?
got your needle completely between them.
Yeah.
Again, wrap it round the back.
Mhm.
Okay. And as you pull through, like I say, keep the tip of that needle following round, and pull. If you pull this, pull it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you've got it here, just pull it, and then you can slip that over the end.
Go through and slip it over the end.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Hang
Like
on.
that.
When you've slipped it over,
Yeah.
you just want to. I think you've just slipped it over. No, it doesn't matter. It's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Like that.
Right. So we've now got 3 stitches.
Mhm.
Okay.
Got 3 stitches.
Yep, so you're now going to start knitting. So you're going to now go, instead of going between, I'm pulling this quite loosely, so instead of going between the 2 stitches like that,
Yeah.
we're going to go into that end loop.
So you go through that end loop.
Yeah.
Got you.
Still at the bottom, now this is a plain stitch.
Okay.
Okay, round the back
Mhm.
and pull it through. But this time, instead of looping it, you're going to take it, slide it to the end. I hold the other stitches with my finger so that they don't come off.
Got you.
So slide it to the end and it stays on the other needle.
Slide it to the end and it stays on. Right, got you. Yeah.
Yeah, so you should only have 2 on one side and 1 on the
And
other.
1 on the other, so I need to
No,
take that.
Yeah, just slide it off.
Yeah, got it.
That's it.
So it's going on both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go in the next one.
Yeah, on that first needle.
Yeah. Around the back.
Got you.
Excuse me.
Round
And do the
back
same again. Pull it through.
and onto the other needle.
Yeah, and then just slide it off onto the other needle.
So I've got 3 on one now and 1 on the other.
You should have 2 on one. I think you went round that twice, but don't worry.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're right.
And the same with the third.
Okay, got you.
So then you've got 3 on one needle and none on the other side.
Yep,
Just let me grab a...
got you. You okay there? Fab.
Sorry, I've just got a tickle
Oh, have you?
that doesn't want to
If
go.
you're just tuning in now, hello everybody, how are you? Good
Sorry.
morning all. My name is Becky, I'm joined by Alison, and we are creating this leaf design here with these amazing threads that we've got as part of this kit.
Right, so we've done a row of knit.
Got you.
We're going to do a row of purl.
Right.
So this is called stocking stitch because you do row of knit, row of purl, row of knit, row of purl.
Okay.
And it comes out looking like the smooth, like your socks.
All right.
That's stocking
got you.
stitch.
Okay, stocking stitch.
So we're going to go, instead of going that way this time, we're coming crosswise. So we're coming from the front towards the back, but still catching.
Okay, just one of those.
Just
cords
one
you're
of them?
catching. Yeah, got you.
Yeah. Then we're going to wrap it around the needle. So coming in front of the left-hand needle,
Yeah.
up and over and
Up
round,
and over that way.
go between the 2
Yeah.
and round.
Between the 2 and round.
Right, hang on, let's take it back again. Take your needle out.
Is it better if I turn it over?
No, no, it's all right. Take your needle out.
Needle out. Yep.
Right, what I haven't said is you want this in front of you.
In front of me.
So that's my fault. So your
Have
cord
that in
is in front.
Got
So
you.
you've gone behind where the cord is
Yeah.
and put your needle through.
Behind where the cord is and needle through.
Right.
Hang on.
So
So
with
when
your
it's
needle that
crossing
way,
over at the back,
so you're going into, not the back, but the front,
Got
into
ya.
there.
So this needle's always going to be on top for
Yeah.
this. Got
Yeah.
ya. Okay.
Okay, I've worked out where your other loop from, it's your tail.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're going to go between the 2 needles, wrap it around, and again slide it. So this time your front needle's going to the back, and then you're going to slide that stitch off
Slide the stitch itself off.
onto the right
So
hand
you've got it
needle.
on the other one. I see.
Now you can, if you're left-handed, you can do it in reverse, so you can work from the stitches on your right hand to your left. So
Okay.
just do what I'm doing in reverse. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, then we're going to go again in front of that needle.
Yeah.
Okay, wrap it round, pull it through and off. So in front of there wrap it round, pull it through and off. So we've done one row plain and one row pearl.
I see. So that's where the knit and pearl comes from.
That's where the knit and pearl comes from.
Got you.
So we're going to repeat that 4 times. So we've got 8 rows of knitting.
Brilliant.
4 knit, full pearl.
I see.
So while I do that, have you got...
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to let
and
everybody know that, ladies and gentlemen, what I've got for you in this kit is all what's up on your screen now. Pure Decadence, it's called. Those are the gemstones you've got now running around on your screen. And this is the cord that we're using. Do need to let you know that this is exclusive to this collection for you. The only extra thing you need with this is a set of your needles. And also, just to, we have had a text message in. Don't forget, feel free to text us today, 60777, so you text with the word JM Studio, and you can get in touch with us. Text from Donna saying, what size are the needles, please? Kit looks fantastic. Thank you, Donna.
They're 11 mil, size 11s, I think that's a 3 mil.
Okay.
I've got a conversion over there, so I'll have a look, but I'm pretty sure it's a 3 mil. And like I did last time I did a knitting thing, I will email the pattern through so that they can pop it up with the pictures.
Brilliant. So we'll get that put through on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that'll go on to JewelleryMaker Facebook page if you want to have a little look at that. Do feel free to get those text messages coming in. I've got wonderful Alison Tarry until 12 o'clock today.
Yes, 12 o'clock.
So Alison's with us until 12. So any questions you've got for wonderful Alison, do feel free to message those in. Again, 60777, starting the text with the word JM Studio. And she's with us until 12 o'clock today. So a really sensational deal. Right. Just to let you know as well, at the bottom of your screen right now, you'll be able to see the code WJRF38, and that is the sterling silver chain with that beautiful star detail that we've got. We have a handful or 2 left of those, so if you want them, you've got to be as quick as you can. There it is. Look at that. Genuine 925 sterling silver. It was just astonishing, and it's going to go great with those diamonds I've got coming up later.
Amazing.
I'm so excited about those diamonds.
I know, and I've never seen them in that format.
Me neither. Those ones coming up for you in a very, very short while, around about 10 o'clock. So well worth for you to stick around with us today. And like I say, don't forget garnet coming up as well. Exceptional, exceptional pieces that we've got coming up for you today. You are an absolute speed demon with this. Oh well, I'm out of practice, so I'm actually slow. And even when I'm at my fastest, my mum could out-knit me. And really?
You know when you see those things and you go,
yes,
yeah. That's my mum.
Oh, fab.
I was. Right, so once you've done your 8 rows, it starts out flat, but if you give it a little pull, see how it almost forms a tube?
Yes,
and that's perfect for the stem.
Fab.
Absolutely perfect for the stem. Right, we're now going to start the leaf. So we've got our stem bit.
Yeah.
And we're now going to start increasing.
Okay, so we're increasing now.
So we're going to put the needle in, round the back as if we're doing a knit stitch, and pull it through, but we're actually going to pop that on like we did when we cast on, and that's just increased it. So then we're going to do a knit, 2 knits of the ones we've just increased. I'm then going to do a pearl. This is going to be the vein that runs through the middle of it. So I'm going to fetch the needle, cross the needle between them when I take off the last stitch. Okay. So that I can push it through the front for the pearl stitch, do my pearl stitch, and then cross my thread back to the back again. And then I'm going to do another increase. Okay, so in the front, in the back. I'm going to do that again slowly because I whizzed through that, didn't I? We're going to go as if we're doing a knit stitch, pull it through, and then we're going to twist it and go back through and do a what's the name stitch? An increase. Do you want me to do that again?
Fantastic.
Well, we'll do another row. So we now increase on each of the rows till we've got 6, and we increase 2. So if I do another...
So that's how you get that bow out look of the leaf itself.
Do you want to do that? Well, the back is 2 pearl, 1 knit, 2 pearl. Okay, so it's kind of the reverse. So 2 pearl, 1 knit.
Yeah.
Fetch the thread over and 2 pearl. and then we turn around again. So now
That's
we're going to
beautiful,
increase
isn't it?
again. So we're
That
going
is
to
fun.
knit the first one and
Yeah.
increase in the second one. Every time I do an increase, the centre of my leaf is always going to be the pearl stitch,
Okay.
or the different stitch.
The
So
different
it'll
one.
either be the pearl or the knit, depending on which side you're on. And when we increase, it's always on the knit side,
Yeah.
and it's always closest to that. So
Got
it's
ya.
the one before or the one after, and it means you're increasing from the middle out, and it just gives you a slightly different
look
Yeah.
and appeal.
Yeah.
Now, the keen-eyed amongst you, just whilst you're getting that sentiment bit done, the keen-eyed amongst you may well have noticed we have gone chain galore on these designs, because it just finishes it off, doesn't it? I've got chain for you, running through a lot of these designs actually, including things like the earrings, and I've got chain for you here. Now, we do not get to see chain that often at all by itself, do we? We really don't get to see in 925 in particular a lot of chain. We get a metre of it here and there now and again. Even in the likes of our 925 findings pack, you're usually only getting about 50 centimetres worth of this. Today though, I'm about to take this to another level. Don't forget, it's genuine sterling silver, and look what I'm about to show you. Hello, my little bobbin. Hello, my little bobbin friends. This bobbin, ladies and gentlemen, to some might say, well, is that anything exciting? It really, really is, because it means, A, I've not just got 50 centimetres worth, it means I've actually got 3 metres worth of this precious metal, 18 grams worth. 18 grams worth. That is a massive amount. That's not even the amount anywhere near, is it? The type we do for a whole findings pack, usually a precious metal. So that means big time inherent value. But look, you also get the reusable bobbin. So what this is really simply is you've got this plastic case which holds all of these together, which means that these will ease out all of that chain as and when you need it. It also means it's not going to get tangled or knotted up. And of course, once you've used the chain, you can reuse this bobbin for more chain or for cords if you want to, for your Kimahime. At £24.95. That is genuinely astonishing. When you're thinking about this, by the way, you know, think about the likes of a metre's worth of chain. Well, I did you the metre's worth of chain earlier on, you know, kind of price point wise for a metre, you're usually looking at about £20 just for a metre, aren't you? But today, £24.95 for 3 metres worth. That is an absolute exceptional opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. And when you've got things like the multi-hold connectors, and you can layer that up, that's an incredible thing.
It's special, isn't it? It really is. And don't forget for me, you know, you can make yourself 6 or 7 necklaces out of this, which is an astonishing rate of makes. 22 opportunities left. Once this is sold out, which it's going to, the kit will come back up on your screen. Okay, I've let you carry on with that.
Yeah.
So how do we finish off the leaf?
I'm going to do my last increase, because I was just going to go through the increase again. So I've put my needle in as if I was doing a knit, take my needle around, pull it through, and then I'm going to pop it in the back of the stitch. Let me pop it in, and then I'll move my fingers. So I've just twisted it round to the top of the stitch. So I've got half the stitch on there, pop it round again, and that gives you 2 stitches out of the one.
Got ya.
Pop that into a pearl, and then we'll do the same again. So I always increase on the knit. So I'm going to pop it in, pull it through, take it round, and at the back of that, yeah?
Yeah.
Pop your stitch round again and pull it through, and that's your increase, and that's as easy as it is. Now I've taken this one to 5 stitches either side, so there's 11 stitches on there with the pearl in the middle.
Yeah.
So when we're doing the leaf shapes, how you change the size, so that one's a 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if I pop them there.
Dainty
And that one's got 6.
Okay, got yes. There.
Yeah.
5
So,
and 6.
Yeah. Now you can make them even bigger. You can go 7. You can elongate them just by doing a couple of then normal, just plain rows.
Yeah.
Straight up without increasing or decreasing them. So you can change the shape of your leaf quite easily.
Fantastic. And don't forget, you can watch that back on YouTube at your own leisure, or just on the repeat later on this evening if you want to. And if you do watch it on our YouTube, just make a little note of today's date, and then when you get your kit over, you can watch it back and pause and rewind as and when you need to.
Right, so if I just do the back and then I'll show you how to decrease.
Okay.
And then it's the same, it's going up one each side every time and coming down, so I'm just doing plain and pearl, and coming down one each side on the way to narrow it. So we're always doing it from a plain side, a plain knit side.
Yeah.
So to decrease, we're going to slip that stitch onto this needle.
Easy.
We'll come back to that after. Then we're going to do a knit stitch. Then we're going to pop the first stitch over. That's decreased because that's now gone. That's hooked over that one and is no longer taking any part. So we'll do another 3 stitches. Then we do our pearl in the middle. So one side we do it one way and the other side we're now doing 1, 2, 3. Now we've got 2 stitches left. I want to pop both of those on through both of those and knit them together. Pull it through and then that gives us, now we're down to 4 stitches each side of our pearl. So one side we slip one off and cross it over and the other side we're knitting 2 together.
Yeah.
Okay, and you do that until, keep decreasing them until you get 3 stitches left, knit 2 together, knit 1, turn it round, purl 2 together.
Easy peasy.
And then on your last stitch,
so this is for the very point,
this is for the very point. So if this is my last stitch, I do it as if I was doing a knit, but I cut the cord and pull it all the way through.
Okay.
And that finishes it off.
That locks that into
So
place.
if I go to these then.
Yeah.
So what you end up with is a cord coming out of there when you're finished.
Yeah.
I've finished these 3 off. That was silly, wasn't it?
Imagination time.
Imagination, yeah. So what I do with the piece of cord, if I pop over here, and I can get my darning needle out of my needle case. So I've got just a darning needle. All it is you want a needle with a big hole in it, so that you can pop the cord through. And to finish off that cord, you do it for both sides, but we don't finish off there yet. You just sew it back through some of the stitches. Now, on the back, and you can use these either way, but on the back, I don't know whether you see that, you get a ridge. Oh, hang on, let's try it with the grey one, not the black. You're getting a ridge at the back, yeah, you can see it on there. So these are all your purl stitches, and that's your plain stitch that you've had running up in the middle.
Got you.
Yeah, so you can see quite clearly the difference of the two. Now you could use that way quite easily, but I've been using that as the front, so it's the plain side, and then you're getting this gully going up through the middle.
That's beautiful.
So either way you can use them, and then at the top I've just threaded the cord back through and back on itself to pull it secure, and then trimmed it off. So that finishes the top.
That's fab.
So then all you've got to do is start layering them up. And I started at the top end actually.
Okay.
So I started at the very top, and I'm using my cords. Now just bear in mind, because you've got your black and your grey. When you're using cord, you want to use the cord of whichever colour is top.
Okay.
Doesn't matter at the back if you've got black going over the grey.
No.
But what you don't want is that grey coming up through the black and being across here, because you'll see it.
Okay.
So if I was going to add this on, because the grey one is on top, I'm quite happy to use the grey to stitch through. And knitting's, you know, even me, because I do knit quite tightly, but you should still find your way through. And just manoeuvre it around till you've actually found the gap and fetch it through. Oops, let me just unhook that. There we go. And basically it's just going backwards and forwards. You're not going to see it. It's going to blend in, and you're just attaching them. Can you grab the necklace for me?
Absolutely, I can.
While you're there.
Bring it over.
Okay. And up and down until you've got them secured in place. If I can borrow this. And you can have as many as few as you want. You could just do it with a couple.
Okay.
And have a few dangling down. You could mix this in with the metal leaves we've had. You know, the sort of skeleton leaves.
Yes,
and you can mix and match it so well. But all I've done is stitched it in the back. Then I've plaited some of the grey, finished it. I don't know whether you can see the metal in there.
Yeah,
with the cord ending.
Clever.
And then I've just stitched over it to hold it in place.
That is so clever.
And that's secure. And at the bottom, so I've got it fastening in the front. Again, I've stitched on using the cord again. I've just stitched on a jump ring, added on the findings, and it's good to go.
That is just so eye-catching.
The droppers, I've used the monofilament to stitch those on.
Okay, fab.
And just place them where you like.
Isn't that just stunning? I absolutely adore it. Alison, thank you for showing us that. Okay. And I've actually got some gemstones.
Oh, one of my favourites.
That I think maybe is droppers.
Yeah.
To add a little bit of a spring touch to it.
Yeah. Perfect.
As those kind of central pieces, almost the sort of stamens in those.
Yes.
This is coming up for you really soon. I know it's one of your favourites and it's one of mine as well.
That strand's amazing.
The quality is absolutely epic. I think almost unrivaled, I have to say. Sensational. Now, we are back with Alison Tarry really shortly for our second kit. What are we expecting with the second kit? Wire work wonders.
Yeah, wire work, but very achievable wire work, great for beginners and for more advanced.
Fantastic.
And lots of connectors and links and things.
Lots of links and essentials and some astonishing gemstones.
Some amazing gemstones. Pearls.
I know. Oh. You're going to absolutely love these, you really are. So, wire work coming up for you at around about 10:15-ish. Don't forget, diamonds are coming up at 10 o'clock. But before that, we've got loads more treats and deals. In my next hour, I'm going to be bringing to you stunning gemstones. I've got some amazing prices. You're going to think it's way back when in the clearance time. I've got one of my absolute favourites in a zircon, and I've got some more sterling silver. It's been a busy day and it will continue. Stay where you are. I'll be back in just a matter of minutes. See you then.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Join JewelleryMaker for our Day at the Races weekend. Our designers will have you chomping at the bit, featuring everything from micro macrame and diamond copper wire to sterling silver and fascinators. If you want to be a front runner, make sure you tune in for lots of inspiration and tutorials straight from the horse's mouth. Our amazing star buys will get you off to a flying start, and our jewellery kits are sure to put you on a winning streak. You simply must watch the show. Sorry to be a nag. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with JewelleryMaker.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello to every single one of you out there. Welcome to Jewelry Maker. My name is Rebecca Redican. Feel free to call me Becky though. And today I've got just treats, and I think I've proven that. In our first hour already, we sold out of 90% of everything that we had. So already a brilliant morning. We're really going for it today. Today is my final morning with you here as a morning show presenter, and we've just got loads of treats and we've just thrown them all into this show, so we're going to have a lot of fun with it today. We've already had one great demonstration from my guest designer, but we are waiting and waiting for our next one already. Today I'm joined by the wonderful Alison Tarry.
Hello.
Hello, Alison Tarry, how are you?
I'm happy. I'm fine. It's a great morning. It's a great show. I got great company.
Oh, stop!
What more can you want?
Oh, stop it! Are you kind of awake now?
Yeah.
Because we've technically only been working an hour, haven't we, Alison Tarry?
Yeah, we hadn't come in earlier at all
To film anything,
No.
maybe for some sort of DVD or anything. No. Like we said earlier, we couldn't possibly broach the subject.
Oh, we couldn't broach that
We
subject
might
at
get
all.
in a wire weaving tangle if we did.
We might.
Smooth. We've got a second kit coming up with you. Lots of wire and gems in this one.
Yeah, and so fresh feeling. I mean, the title of it was perfect. It's just so fresh and spring-like. It's lovely.
It really is. There's loads coming up for you today. Don't forget for me, I've got the diamonds coming up for you. I'm absolutely bubbling with anticipation at around about 10 o'clock. Right here, right now though, let's get this hour kicking off with a star buy. Brand new star buy. If you want to get your hands on this, now is your opportunity to do so. Why? Because the quality of this is absolutely astonishing. You know, on that recording, you've just seen where it's strung out and it's running around, and you get that, not literally, and it's kind of rotating around, let's say, and you get that light that shines through it. Oh my gosh, that is the look you get in real life. Look at how the colours almost change. You've got these elements and areas where you get that Zambian rich, deep amethyst you're used to, but then you get that little pop of the lavender just creeping behind it. Such a pleochroic strand I've got here for you, and I've got to say, rarely do I say that about an amethyst. It doesn't happen very often. Generally with an amethyst, in particular from this location, you'll get one base punch pack of colour, but with this you don't. You get that colour, and then as the light moves through it, as you change direction, if you're wearing this, you're going to get a little bit of a wink of a different colour. Treat yourself to a brand new strand, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect time, isn't it? February's birthstone, amethyst. Oh, you can tell that Dion's coming to work now. Look at her, just whapping her arrows out instantly. She's not even hanging around here. That is just exceptional, isn't it? Well, yeah, last morning show, popped a bit of a blue dress on, you know. Need to put a smile on Dion's face. Because the thing is, I'm thinking,
well.
and Dion, and Alison as well, I think Dion doesn't know this, but I think that when you wear blue, she just naturally drops prices of things more.
It's worth trying, isn't
It's
it?
worth trying, and I think I've just proven that point instantly on our first product with her. This is an exceptional strand, and for me, a brand new strand like this shouldn't really be taken down in price, because the quality of it doesn't need to be dropped, you know, price point wise, but also the fact that it is brand new. So surely bringing this to you at, you know, 15, 16 pounds, you know already you're getting a great deal at £16 worth for one of the most famous and generally one of the most costly varieties of quartz. £16 worth for this, phenomenal. And that's a Jewellery Maker, £16. Dion's whacked her arrows out. The price point today on this is going to shock apparently. I sounded like I was talking to someone called Lee then. Apparently. That is...
amazing.
That is an absolute mind boggler. Why on earth? Nothing about this says £6.95 to me. If I had half of the quantity and quarter of the quality, £6.95 even then wouldn't compute in my mind. But I haven't. I've got the full length and I've got that epic quality. The way the light bands around this internally is phenomenal. Can you see the areas where you get purples into lilacs and to lavenders? That isn't something I would normally expect from this location at all. I would normally only expect to see that in those boxes. You know, when we get Amethyst in the box, in the little gold box, and you're looking at kind of the £30-40 price point. Do you know the ones I mean? The golden box, and you open it up and it gives you that colour change. That's the only time I would normally expect to see this amount of colour change throughout the gemstones. For this amount we're getting in particular, but this is nowhere near that £35-40 price point. Today, launch price offer £6.95. I do have to take a moment to say to you that that is a launch price offer. I cannot guarantee that that price point will stick around for long at all. Can I also point out to you, for me, this is so close to a Pantone tone, and it's going to go perfectly with that rose quartz and that Serenity colour as kind of an in-betweener, isn't it?
Yeah, it will go beautiful with the Pantone colours. And I can remember buying, quite a while ago, plain wheels on a Gems of Distinction strand of that sort of quality, and I'm sure they were £19.95.
Oh, that doesn't surprise
me. And they were
me.
plain wheels, not faceted.
Wow, so that doesn't surprise me at all. Those are the price points I'm used to expecting with this.
£6.95.
£6.95. These amethysts would look lovely with the iolite wheels I have in a rosary link. I adore that idea. Thank you for texting that in, Andrea. Yes, these with iolite, because you get that change of colour in both.
Yeah, absolutely. They'd look amazing with the iolite.
That is a phenomenal idea. Ladies and gentlemen, exceptionally busy morning we've had this morning because I'm bringing you so many trees. I want to show you it as well, if I may, with the likes of my ametrine I've got coming up later. Because, of course, same family in sense, same kind of environment. Those, to me, just popping, aren't they? And look at how it brings out the glow. Whoa, the clarity on that ametrine. That is phenomenal, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, at £6.95, you've got your hands on one of the most high-end amethyst at one of the lowest prices. You really have. Well done to everyone. £6.95 for you today on that. Next up, I'm going to bring to you, I love that strand, a really unique and individual piece. I've never seen anything like this before. Look at this piece. This is like well, Alison, you'd be able to tell us more.
Okay.
What you've got here essentially, for me, is something that I would use as a connector base. If you have a look at this, you've got your round-shaped bead frame. I would think, can you see how it's got that delf inside and it's got those entrance holes within there? Now, I myself have never ever seen anything like this before, but I would instantly think of adding beads around this in a frame-like manner, and almost it's like making your own charm. You know those charms we've been doing that are silver in the centre, and then you get the gemstones encrusting them at different elements? It's almost like you can make your own one of those.
You certainly can. Wow, I like that.
I love that as a design.
That's
and
fabulous.
The holes that go through these obviously run all the way around it, so if you did want to maybe weave into the centre of this, you could as well, couldn't you?
Yep, you could use that for all sorts of things. I mean, but the biggest thing is, as you say, is putting those gemstones on it. And because you can do your own, you can have some quite big gemstones. So, you know, like we have the onion drops.
Yes, I know what you mean.
You could put those on it. You could put rounds on it. You could put rondelles in it. Oh my gosh, that just gives you so much scope.
It really does. You can do so much with this. You really could. I absolutely love and adore this. I've seen the arrows go down, Dion, just so you know. Producer Dion thinks when we're chatting, look over there. I've got peripheral vision, okay? I can see those arrows. Your price point today, I've no idea what we've gone to. £6.95.
£6.95.
£6.95. This is something I've never even seen before. This is something that is unique and individual. And for me, when I see bespoke things like this, I think I've not seen that before, and therefore it's probably something quite unusual to be able to find. Do you know what? I love the idea of these. Something like...
Perfect.
What do you think?
Perfect.
You could actually weave these on to make your own zircon and sterling silver charm.
How amazing does that look? How absolutely incredible you are. And you wouldn't have to do each individual one, because if you took enough on a piece of 1.4 or 0.25, 0.24 or 0.25,
yeah,
you know what I mean, thin wire, just threaded enough around, and then you'd only have to go in and out to the holes and loop it round that wire, so you wouldn't actually see each one going in and out, and it would be quite quick to do.
I really like that idea.
That would look amazing with the rondelles going around it.
It would look astonishing,
stunning.
wouldn't it? I'm so in love with this strand. Nicola's is asking, would it fit on your finger? No, it wouldn't. If I show you, it is very delicate indeed. It wouldn't actually fit onto your finger, but if you wanted to use it maybe as the centre of a ring, then you could, couldn't you? Encrust the outside and the inside.
Oh, you could have a big stone in the middle, and then your little ones going around the outside. Oh yeah,
I like that idea a lot. Give these a go. You're going to be able to have a lot of fun with them. Perfect for earrings as well, I think. Really elegant for earrings.
I love those.
I just love these. This zircon coming up for you a little bit later on in the show, ladies and gentlemen. £6.95. Most of you purchasing 2s and 3s and 5s on this one. So a real, very, very special deal. I'm going to put the zircon on here because I'm so in love with it. I want to stare at it. £6.95 on that today. Just to let you know, 12mm round on there. Oh my gosh, an idea, and I could be wrong, but wonder if I could use this as the centre of chainmail.
Yes.
You know, to do chainmail at each side of it.
Yeah. What I'd probably
the
do
centre
is
loop.
you might have to attach it, but you certainly could. Well, you could with the bigger ones round. Yeah, absolutely, you could.
Love these. This is something that actually is going to let your imagination go wild.
If you've got any heavier silver wire, you could almost do it like the centre of a wheel and have gemstones going from the inner to the outer.
Like that idea a lot. And
amazing.
you could go really for it if you did a wire kind of frame for it that was larger. You could have that as the centre. Oh, wow. Okay, our imagination is getting away with us now. Yeah. It really is. I love that about pieces like this. They're inspirational, aren't they? They're inspirational, they're iconic, they're interesting. £6.95 for something like this is a great deal for you today. It truly is. Well done to everyone who's got their hands on this one. I'm going to be bringing to you now, did you just say 9 carat?
9.
Of real rose gold?
Oh, that's just not fair. That's just not fair.
9 carat of real rose gold. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I was lucky enough to be able to launch these with you at the weekend. For any of you who did miss out on them because maybe you were busy, Alison, Tarry is one for you. Oh, we didn't get to launch the rose gold. Of course we didn't. It was web only. This is the first time these have ever been on the air before. The rose gold, if you remember at the weekend, I brought the white gold to you and I brought the yellow gold to you. And the rose gold for the weekend was put up for web purchases. I have brought to you for the first time your genuine 9 carat rose gold. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means I'm working with not sterling silver at the base. I'm working with pure rose gold. Already, people are purchasing these as quick as you like. I've got 42 opportunities now with the amount of people that have checked out. 42 opportunities of these ones left. It's genuine, real deal 9 carat gold. That doesn't mean that you've got the 925 at the center of these. It means it's pure 9 carat rose gold. You've got one of the most popular colors and one of the most popular metals here in front of you right now, used within watch designs, within catwalk designs, within one-off unique and individual pieces time and time again. This is kind of, for me, the colour of the year. It really is. 2016, the influx of rose gold is going to be huge. I've even seen it in magazines already. But think, when you're thinking of the rose gold, matching it with the likes of the Serenity colour and your rose quartz colour, they are just match made in heaven. They truly, truly are. Already so many of you checking out. You're getting 10 of these in total. They're 5mm rounds. You've got a 0.8 gauge, meaning essentially what you've got here is kind of close to a 4.3 in a diameter on these ones. They're going to be great for any of your chainmail designs, and you don't need to go mad with these. Just using a couple of them in a design, create a Mobius, create a link with these is going to be so simple to do. If you've got any of your 9-carat rose gold, if you, missed out on it, now's your opportunity to get it. You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Genuine 9-carat rose gold at just £29.95. Don't forget for me, when I'm bringing to you rose gold, I am bringing you high end. I am bringing you something that by no means is a low rate gold at all. This is a really, really high end gold. Basically what you've got with the difference in this in price point generally between this and white gold is around about 15%. This working out, and that's at base rate, that's the kind of trade prices. Base rate, you're working out at around about 15% higher price point on the likes of your rose gold than you would your white gold because of the content of it, because of the time and effort that it takes to get it. So realistically, to get this at that price point is exceptional. What do you think of that, please?
I think it's amazing. Do you know what? I'm probably like a lot of people out there when they start making jewellery. They never thought that they'd be using sterling silver, never mind 9-carat gold, rose gold. It's just, the opportunities are amazing. And with the high-end gemstones we have, they just go amazing. But I mean, I'd put that with that amethyst. I'd actually put the rose gold with the amethyst or the ametrine.
That would so pop, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. With the ametrine. Yeah, me too. With that ametrine, yeah, it would just really highlight that. Now, I'm about to bring you another little addition. If you thought me treating you for the first time to the rose gold wasn't special enough, I'm now going to bring you, is this our final rose gold of the day? Final rose gold piece now, and it's going to be something you want to get your hands on. Possibly, at a push, one of our most important findings. Head pins. I'm bringing to you the rose gold head pins, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just hold one for you there so you can really see around it. Again, genuine 9-carat rose gold we've got here. 10 pieces of this we are getting in total. You've got that wonderful ball detail in the end acting as a stopper for any of your gemstones. And then you've got that really long length of your 9-carat. Look at the gauge on this as well with that actual wire. Super duper fine. You're looking at, well, it's just under a 4 mil. Kind of approximately in your gauge of the wire, so it's going to go through those high-end gemstones that you're going to want to pair with this beautiful, beautiful precious metal. Already loads of you coming in for this. We haven't brought to you, you know, your head pins in your rose gold. If you want to treat yourself to these, I think they're an absolute must to add to your collection. I mean, how often do we use head pins? We use head pins as wire substitutes sometimes. We use head pins as clasps. We use head pins as droppers. It's an essential if you want to make, you know, your earrings, for example. It's one of those pieces that we need a lot of, don't we?
Oh, we do. Head pins you use for everything. You know, it's very rare do I not have a head pin in a design.
Yeah.
Even if it's one I've made out of a piece of wire, if you see what I mean, I'm still using that sort of thing. So if you can get them ready-made, especially with the high-end metals, because to try and make them with the high-end metals, you're always wasting a little bit, and you don't want to be wasting it.
Yeah.
And they're such a nice length, those as well. So you're not going to have, you know, when you've wire wrapped or anything, you've got a nice size. It's not going to have, you know, a load left over that's not enough to do something else with.
Totally.
It's just a nice size.
Absolutely, a really, really beautiful piece. And don't forget for me, please, this is 9-carat rose gold. When you're doing your research out there, ignore things like filled, because that's different.
Yeah.
Flash, because that's different. Plated, because that's different. Coloured is an even worse one, because that, a lot of the time, isn't genuine, real deal rose gold in any sense of the word. You've got to look out for the real deal. And another thing I would also say to you is, when you are looking for your 9-carat rose gold, don't forget about the quality of this. We worked tirelessly for years to bring you these. Why is it taking us so long to get it, you might think, with our buying power and our connections? I'll be honest with you, because the prices we were being quoted on these precious metals were not good enough. But also, we did get quoted this price probably close to a year ago now, because we were actually thinking of doing it for kind of last year's birthday to bring you things like this. But the quality that we got through wasn't good enough. For example, on a head pin, after quite a lot of work, and obviously we test all of these for jewellery making, we test them in many different ways and different guises. For example, with a head pin, working with it, if you took a little bit too much, the ball pin would just pop off. These have been through so many different grades of testing for jewellery making that we have got you the absolute premium quality for the absolute base rate price. If you want to get your hands on these today, now is your opportunity. You have to be quick on it again at just £24.95. I mean, that's exceptional when you think of the workmanship and the craftsmanship and the step-by-step detail we've been through to try and get these. Hello to Margot, lovely to see you, Margot, saying, morning JM, the rose gold takes you from beader to jeweller.
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly. Thank you, lovely ladies, and that's from Margot. I love that. It's so high-end, you know, it's from beader to jeweller. Lovely bubbly. I like that. Thank you very much for that, Margot, in Fife. You're right. I agree with that. What do you think about that statement, from beader to jeweller?
Yeah, it does. It elevates you to that next level, you know, and if you're going to be selling, then you've got to be pricing accordingly with this.
You're right.
You really have.
So what would your tip be if you were pricing this, say, in comparison to just your base metals, your copper?
Do you know what? You put me on the spot there, because I honestly wouldn't have a clue. I would really have to sit down and work it out.
Research it, yeah.
Per each one, what market value is, because we often get such good deals here that you forget. And if you don't put it down, people will think, oh, it's just gold plated. No, it's real. You know, you've got to price according to market pricing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people won't believe you.
Absolutely. And that is, my director's made a really good point there. How about you have a little look online to find a design, any design you want, that's in silver, and then find the same design in the rose gold. Perfect. And work out the markup on that, the difference, the percentage difference in between those, and use that as a guide point, because we are bringing this to you at a great price. We really truly are, for the quality of this and the workmanship on it in particular. So do that and bear that in mind. Genuine rose gold, ladies and gentlemen, at just £24.95, and it is going to go amazingly with the likes of the amethyst, isn't it? The sorry, ametrine I've got coming up for you in a bit. Right, showing you these cabs now. Am I? 10 minutes as a star buy. Coming up for you is these fantabulous labradorite cabochons.
Quality, quality, quality.
Get ready to just be wowed by this, because you're going to love it. You're just going to fall in love.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
see quality.
Hello, you beautiful, shimmering, shining labradorite. And that's just the back, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the quality of these. Look at the front of this one, just to show you, you know, it's not just great on the back. Wow. The quality of these is exceptional. About 10 minutes for you, and I have got at least 3.
Yeah, at least 3.
Blimey. There's more nuggets in there than at a drive-through. That is a huge amount of pieces in there. There really is. There really is. They're coming up about 10 minutes. Okay, bringing to you some more jump rings now. These are slightly different. These are really, really quick on and gone offer, because you're getting loads of them. For all you chain mailers or beaders or wire workers, these are going to be an absolute exceptional deal. I've got a mammoth amount of them. If you want them, you've got to come in quick for them, because I do have a decent quantity, but at the price point, they're going to fly out. Genuine rose gold over the top of your copper on these ones. It gives you a rose gold look, but it doesn't give you the price tag. You've got the copper at the heart of these, so it is nice and sturdy and strong and a really workable size. One of of the most workable sizes really in chainmail, because you've got a 7mm there and that is an outer diameter. Big quantity, 200 of these in total you're getting, so easy, plenty enough to make yourself a really beautiful, substantial bracelet, and of course a massive amount to make yourself a matching pair of earrings if you so wanted to. Beautiful designs you can create with this if you are into chainmail. If you're not entirely sure what chainmail is and you've got this kind of image in your mind of Sir Lancelot kind of burrowing through on horseback ready to make jewellery, it's sort of ish like that, kind of. But the main person that we get in when we're doing chainmail is Fleur. She's similar to a Lancelot. She does have a horse, for example.
She has a horse.
And she likes chainmail. That's probably where the comparisons stop. But other than that, it's that look. It's that old chainmail look that you think of looking back on in ancient battlements. And now we use it in reenactments and things like that, but also in jewellery. And you can create some sensational, dramatic or very dainty pieces with chainmail. If you've never worked with chainmail before, do a little bit of research online. Why don't you just type into a search engine, you know, chainmail jewellery, and have a look at pieces, and then treat yourself to a DVD. We've got loads of DVDs based around it here that will take you through loads of different weaves and really get your passion going. It's one of our most popular mediums here at JewelleryMaker, probably because the designs that we finish off with are beautiful, but also because the essentials that we need, i.e. this, then now is your opportunity to get them at an amazing price point. Your price today, ladies and gentlemen, £6.95 to get your hands on 200 of these. It's one of those mediums that's relaxing, it's easy to get into, and it's a really low cost medium to get into as well, I have to say. All you need to make yourself a bracelet is this pack here and 2 sets of pliers, and that really is it. Yeah. You can add gemstones if you want to. You can add different sizes of jump rings to create different weaves, but just as a base rate, start off. This has got to be one of the lowest price mediums to start off we've got. Don't forget, Fleur did win DVD of the year with her chainmail piece DVD, so it is a great DVD to just have a little look back on and refresh your mind on. And we do have workshops as well. I would always say to you, with chainmail in particular, a lot of people who come to our workshops say, I'm so glad I came to the workshop because I've tried it, I've watched tuitions online and things, and I just can't get it. Actually doing it in real life really helps. So give this a go now. You might pick it up straight away, but if you don't forget that the workshops are always there. Loads of you covered it for these. Your names have gone off my screen. Lots of multi-purchasers. If you want to get your hands on this, now's your opportunity. There's so many of you coming through for these treats today, and quite rightly so. It's my final day with you today, lovely ladies and gentlemen, on the morning show, and we've just packed it out with so many treats. We really have. I mean, imagine the likes of that rose gold with the ametrine. It's just giving it a little pop, isn't it?
It does, and it the different metals with the same gemstone can totally change the look and feel of the gemstone. Right. They really do have the life of their own, and they're beautiful. And I'm just reminded of that bib, turned over bib that Fleur made, and I think it'll look amazing in the rose gold. And then I'd have those ametrine dropping from below it.
Oh, hello ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see a picture of that, do feel free to go on our Facebook page as well. It's just JewelleryMaker Facebook page. You'll see our logo and you'll be able to get in on there. Becky, are you leaving? You said this was your last morning show. Last morning show, Daisy, it is indeed you do. I'm going over to the mid. I'm heading on over to the mid show. I've got a whole new team. Got Toby with me, and Ben will be my director, and then I've got Mike on camera. So, am I going to be the only lady in the team? Oh. I've gone from, and I've got Pete on floor with me. So I've gone from 3 ladies, 4 ladies, including myself, v 1 gentleman, Ollie, and it's completely reversed it now. Gentleman, one gentleman. £6.95 is a great deal for you. So Daisy, I'm not going forever, ever, but I am off the morning show. So if you're a Freeview only viewer, then you might not get to see me that often. But don't worry, I will be back. Someone's messaged in about gemstones. If we wanted to use these, good morning. If I was making a bracelet out of these, what size gemstones could I enclose in them? Thank you very much, and that's from Norma.
Well, it would depend on what weave you are using, because you can make the weaves a bigger tunnel. I think Fleur does it with a box weave. I'm not a mainline. I can chain weave. but I don't do a lot of it. So I would have thought a 6 or an 8 definitely. Yeah. Fleur has done it on a show. I know she's done it on a show. So have a look on the show what sizes she uses, because depending on what weave you're doing depends on what gemstones you can put in the middle of it. But you'd certainly get away with a 6, because what you've got to remember is you don't want the gemstone small enough to fall through.
No, you don't. Of course not.
So you could
kind
get
of
away
4,
with a
5, 6 mil, depending on your weave, really.
Yeah, I would have said a 6 or an 8 probably would fit well in it, because you don't want something so small either that it's going to rattle around. No. And you don't want something so big it's almost bulging through the chainmail.
Yeah, I get you. So it'll depend on what weave you're doing.
Yeah.
I hope that helps you. It's one of those that when you get great deals like this and such a big amount of them, you can play with it and then play with your different gems, can't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you say, Fleur's DVDs are fantastic, and there's the workshop as well, or workshops. So have a play and go along, because it should be able to tell you so much more. The workshops are great because you get so much more individual. Yeah. And you can say, well, I've done this, what is it? Which you can't do with a DVD. Yeah. DVDs are great, stop and pause, and you can all get to the workshops. But you can't say, can you just look at this, please?
Yeah, help this bit with this bit. I've just thought, how well does it go with this one? Now, your eyes were drawn to this instantly this morning, weren't they?
Well, my eyes were all over the place over there, I tell you, when I had a sneak preview. Yeah, I love rutile quartz, and that is an exceptional strand of it. And would go perfect with those rose gold.
Wouldn't it? It kind of makes that internally kind of rutilation pop.
It does. It does. It picks up the colour of the rutilation. Yeah. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely strand, that.
Really is spectacular, isn't it? Very special indeed. And don't forget, on those jump rings, an exceptional quality there. I'll be honest with you, I decorate and sell shoes, and I had to, don't hate me, go to a well-known crafting store to buy jump rings the other week. Not only did I pay over the odds, ladies and gentlemen, for what I can only describe as a thimble full of jump rings, no use to me, but also they were tat. They didn't close up properly. I had to squidge them together. They both came to a point. The bit of chain I'd linked on was dropping out at every 3 seconds. Honestly, I mean, I would have preferred to pay this to get this amount and this quality, and double the price, actually. So well done to you all. Okay, I'm bringing to you now this strand of rutile quartz I've just shown you. And like we say, your eyes just darted to this instantly this morning. Why do you love rutile quartz so much?
It's an unusual gemstone again. People say, what's your favourite gemstone? Lots. But the rutilations, you know, you talked about earlier about, you know, you don't always look for rutilations, inclusions.
Like
they're an inclusion in a gemstone. Well, you want them in rutilated quartz, and the quality of those is phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. And if my husband is watching, I definitely need that strand, and I definitely need the ametrine that's coming up later, darling.
You have been warned, yes. John. Get on the phone, please. These are very, very eye-catching indeed. All of those inclusions, absolutely there by Mother Nature's making. And what this gives to you is a really interesting path to follow. They're not just flat to the surface of them. They're all kind of coming through at different points. It's easier for you to see at home, but it's not like a banding. It's like a real interesting detail, and it means every single strand is going to look different. I mean, I'm about to show you a recording, and this is a different strand, but it goes to show you just how different every single one of these is. You've got in there a stunning kind of inclusion selection there. In your rutile, in particular in your golden rutile, it's referred to as your Venus hair. This one's got more of a copper type of colour to it, which I just think is so eye-catching. It truly is. 75 carats worth of a very, very rarely seen gemstone, your price point today. Oh, well, I am very impressed with that. I am extremely impressed with that.
So am I, because I was expecting a lot more than that. That's so he's looking.
What?
That's so he's looking. I hope.
That's how he's looking.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, with you, oh right.
Oh, okay. Fingers crossed.
Do keep up, Becky. Oh, so you want to get your hands on?
Oh, I do.
Tell me honestly, because you already sort of gave your wonderful husband a little bit of a heads up to purchase these. How many were you? What price points were you expecting?
Well, I was expecting well in the teens.
Yes.
Upper teens.
Upper teens,
Yeah.
so sort of what, 17, 18, 95?
Yeah. And you see, I've never seen the coppery tones. I've seen the golden, rarer than the ordinary rutile.
Yes.
Seen the golden. I've never seen the coppery tone, and it's just beautiful.
It's really beautiful. Hasn't it got a vintage feel?
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's right up my street, all those coppery tones.
Oh, I love that idea.
Right,
How can I make this a really vintage piece?
I'd be very tempted to either put it with bare copper and patina it, or put it with some antique bronze, and you get that slightly oldie worldy. But if you put it with the rose gold, you see, it would look amazing with the rose gold.
It's going to give a pop, isn't it? Now, I'm just going to put this out there, ladies and gentlemen, and the thing is, it isn't something I would normally... I don't think I've ever been able to suggest this, because I don't tend to have these gemstones in my show. I've got for you here this beautiful garnet. Look.
The quality of that.
Oh my gosh, the intensity of that vivid sunset garnet is astonishing. I've got less than 40 chances on that garnet, so you're gonna have to hold on to your socks for it. But look at, I can't say I've ever seen a quality like that.
No, I haven't.
Ever. Even in pictures. Ever.
Do you know, we're back to favourite gemstones, the garnet family, because they have such a variety. I mean, I adore Savorite garnet, and that with the Savorite garnet would look incredible.
Summer day.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that.
That is just phenomenal, isn't it? £7.95 is your price on the rutile quartz, and you've got that stunning garnet coming up for you in just a few whistles. Right here, right now, I'm about to bring you another little something special. How do you feel about a star by? The quality of these I showed you not so long ago, and it's just so eye-catching, it really is. I'm about to bring you, ladies and gentlemen, your Labradorite cabochons. First things first, what is Labradorite? It is a genuine gemstone initially found in Labrador, a location in Canada. I've been to Labrador many times myself, and I've got to say, I love this. To me, reminds me of Labrador. Labrador, I visited when I worked on a cruise ship, and we stopped off there many occasions, and we actually went in winter, so it was very dark, very grey. It's kind of a little fishing town, really. But the really interesting thing about Labrador, in particular in the times I went when it was quite a grey, cold day, is they actually have these very brightly coloured buildings. You get a bright yellow building next to a bright pink building next to a bright green building in this little area and street. And that, against that foreboding backdrop, is just something that has always kind of really stuck within my heart and mind. So to be able to have these gemstones that are reminiscent of their original location, for me, is something to really behold. You are getting a stunning Labradorite, and Labradorite gives you this look, that kind of colour against the backdrop. And it is totally naturally forming. So when people are looking at this for the first time, you might think, how have they applied that? Is it with a coating? Is it with some sort of dye? Well, no, actually, we haven't applied this at all. It's Mother Nature. And the way in which she does it is she gets these parallel striations, these parallel lines that run alongside each other. So lots of lines of fibrous inclusions, always silk-like inclusions like this, lined up perfectly next to each other. And what happens is when the light enters, because there's such a small space within there, as the light enters at an angle and tries to ping out, there's another surface for it to react to. So you get this kind of pinball effect of the light going, brrr, think of it like a skimming stone, similar to that. And the light kind of gets trapped within there for a long time and disperses this absolute array of colour and brightness and light. And you get all of this different rainbow appeal. Mother Nature's given us a real treat, hasn't she? She truly has. Pinks and reds and oranges, blues, teals. It's just so eye-catching. Deb's messaged in, hello, good morning to you, saying I love Labradorite, especially the quality of jewellery makers. I had some come in Claire's kit yesterday, and some looked glittery. You have to get these, says Debs. Oh, thank you very much, Debs, for that. Do you know what? I have to agree with you. I think our quality right now is phenomenal. About 2 years ago, I used to try to get any Labrador essence out of a strand because of the lights. The lights, very much the same in here. They are so intense. Every single one of these lights has got 4 bulbs. Every single bulb is split into 2. So every single one is like 8 lights are shining at them. And Labrador essence can get dulled back by that. But the quality of these is just so epic that is nowhere near what's happening. You've got the quality and you've got the price. You ready for this? Ignore that.
Ignore that.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to do with this is going to prove to you exactly what we're doing this morning. Amazing pieces at amazing prices. £10 back in your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. And look at how many Labradorite that equates to for me. Let me show you. I've just shown you 3 already, but you've got so many of these. And look, all the colour. Look at the quality of each of these. You're not getting a measly amount at all. This is not a Scrooge size portion. You've got an absolutely mammoth amount of this Labradorite. You've got so many of these. On our image on the website, you're getting 20 of these. That's working out about £1 per pop. I've got so many of these. You're going to be able to practice. You're going to be able to try something out. I mean, the fact you can even see the Labrador essence from where you are on these is phenomenal. And that goes to show you the quality. I've got such an epic amount here. It means if you've never worked with cabs before, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one iota. You try something, it might go a bit wrong, but you keep it anyway because it kind of gives you an idea. And the fact of the matter is that you've also got the opportunity, if it does go wrong, it doesn't matter, you've got loads left over. You really do have absolutely loads of these left over. Text in hello to Jane saying, James Studio, hi Becky and Alison, loving the Labradorite cabs. They are awesome. So I had to buy them, and OMG, what a fantastic price. And that is from Jane. Jane, you are not wrong at all. It is a sensational price point, isn't it? Isn't that just wonderful? Were you expecting that price drop? Look, you can see that shine from where you are now.
They're amazing.
And that's the look you're going to get. That's the look you're going to see when you're wearing this, when you're walking around your local supermarket. Do you know when you're walking around your local supermarket and you've gone to the cold meats aisle, possibly one of the kind of least inspiring aisles, I think, in an entire shop. It's up for debate, but very uninspiring aisle, that, isn't it? The cold meats aisle. There's going to be someone stood around by the biscuits and they're going to be able to see your neckline piece shining. And it might mean that actually they come over to you and say, wow, I just want to say, where did you buy that from? It's amazing. And then you get to say you've made it yourself. It's things like that that will put a big smile on your face in the cold meats aisle, isn't it? And if someone does come up to you, you know, whilst you're nosying over a few chicken breasts, and then they essentially go, where did you get that? I love it. You might actually make a sale whilst you're there.
Absolutely.
You never know. Sale like that can take you at any moment. Really can.
I think Labradorite is one of the few gemstones it's still not mainstream out there because, you know, none of the mainline chain stores and things tend to do Labradorite.
You're right.
And when people see it, it's got that amazing wow factor because of the colour changes in it.
You're right.
And like you say, the quality of we've been having is absolutely next to none. It's superb.
Really is exceptional, isn't it?
You know, you're hard looking to find one that hasn't got Labrador essence in it, rather than, like you say, the other way around. Very early on, we were sort of struggling sometimes to show it on screen.
You're right. But not with these ones at all.
Oh.
How do you feel about pairing? Because there's a lot of blues you can see running through these. How do you feel about pairing it with this special strand I've got coming up? There's just under 50 chances on this. You have to get used to us saying that on the likes of Tanzanite. I've got to tell you, you really do. No longer are we likely to be saying to you, oh, that's great, I've got 150 chances. Tanzanite right now is hard to come by. So do stay tuned for that. Not a very long wait on that one at all. Well done to all of you getting your hands on this Labradorite. It's going to add some brightness and some sparkle.
Oh, it is. It is. And with something like gold wire, it just pops. You only need to do something simple with it, and it will pop amazingly. And if you've got it either around your neck or on your wrist, which keeps moving with the light, then those colours change, and that's what catches people's eyes with it.
It really will.
And you do get people coming up and saying, "Oh my gosh, what's that?" You do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have.
And I like the idea of these almost encasing it, almost capturing one of these around the outside. It's going to really, really put a smile on your face, isn't it? I'm going to bring you this zircon right here, right now, the doubly refractive gemstone, which gives you so much brightness and freshness to the eye. It is one of the most significant gemstones in the world, I believe. This is such a special treat for you, it really is. Now, I have not got many chances. I'm towards the last chance saloon on this, 30 or less towards it. So you're going to have to be quick. Well done, everyone who got that. A real special. £10 back in your pocket, don't mind if I do. I've got for you right here, right now, something which I am instantly going to show around my neck. Touching at the back, this is, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful.
I look like I'm wearing the best diamond out there in an entire necklace strand. And for me, this is like the best diamond ever. I have got for you this doubly refractive gemstone, one of the most eye-catching gemstones in the world. It is the most ancient gem that there is. If you're into history and stuff, I don't think this is rivaled. If you're into uniqueness and individuality, I don't think this one's rivaled either. Because I know probably about 99% of all the people I know own a diamond. I probably know, and bear in mind working here, I probably only know about 30% of people who own zircon. It's one of those gemstones which is absolutely stunning and stands out. I'm actually quite glad that everyone doesn't know about it. Why? Well, it's believed that if this had had anywhere near the promotion that diamond had had, that this would have run out completely within the crust of the earth within the space of 12 months. That's how extremely rare this is. Way rarer than the likes of your diamond. And for me, when it comes to history and beauty and intrigue and workability, way better. Okay, I'm in my last chance salute on this now, ladies and gentlemen. Totally and absolutely natural zircon, giving you sparkle, shine and gleam unlike any other. Your price point today, all.
Wow.
Is not this.
Wow, and that's a long strand.
Okay, I'm in my last chance saloon, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the length of that strand, I've doubled it over. £34.95. I need 3 of these at that price point. That is absolutely exceptional. Look at the brightness of that. Look at how bright that shine is.
It's absolutely amazing. I can't get over that price because that is a very long strand. We are used to the shorter strands when you got the higher end. Can't believe that. And it's not blue.
And it's not even blue. It's not even blue. You're right, and we've done that.
Amazing.
I'm absolutely over the moon for you today to get this. I truly am. It's one of my absolutely favourite gemstones in the entire world. I love the story of, you know, Wild and Valley, the professors looking at an ancient piece of this through a spectrometer, which in the 80s had cost them over £1 million. And it was such a big investment, and they were so worried, you know, what if we look at this and actually it's not as old as we think, and we've spent all that money, and then they look at that piece and it was even older than they thought, changing entirely the outlook of not only how the age itself grew and developed, but how quickly it aged and changed. I mean, it's just such an inspiring gemstone, it truly is. I'm less than 20 available of these now. There's so much shine and sparkle from them. You do not have to do much with these at all.
No, you don't.
To get impact.
You can use them sparingly, so you could use them with the silver chains we've had. But you could also, I love it blocked like that. You know, and that's going to be far more than a £35 necklace.
Oh, it's just
so beautiful. Like you say, the sparkle you're getting is absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful.
It's astonishing, isn't it? It really, really is. I think something so simple with this, just the likes of a ring.
Yeah.
Because of the sparkle and because of the shine, it's an everyday wear piece because it is nice and sturdy. But look, the quality of the shine and sparkle is just so eye-catching. That is an absolute deal and a half. Hardly any of those left into my teens now. To every single one of you getting that one absolute treat. that is. It really, really is something very special. Now, I'm about to bring you a bundle of treats. Well done, everyone. I love this so much. I'm about to bring you a bundle of treats, which the glamorous floor manager, Cass, has brought to us. Cass, why are you looking like a model and putting us all to shame today?
This looks amazing.
Getting ready for a 3-day weekend, is it? You off to see the boyfriend this weekend? Tomorrow. You are looking absolutely stunning, Cass, really is. I've got a really wonderful bundle here for you, and it is your Smoky Cloud collection. We don't get to see smoky quartz that often at all. So it's great to be able to have this dyed quartz that gives you that smoky, stormy look. What do you think of these 3 strands, please?
Amazing, amazing. And with the rose gold we've been having, perfect.
Well, Sandra's gone for that look and design. Look at that.
Wow. That's a statement, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Why would you say rose gold as well, as Sandra
because of the warmth. I think it brings out the warmth in the... I know it sounds stupid, the warmth in the greyness. You know, black can be quite cold and stark, but the grey's still that neutrality of the black, but it's a bit warmer. It's not quite so severe.
I completely understand that.
You know, and it'll go with all skin tones as well. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I love greys. I really do love greys.
Me too. It's not as brash, is it?
No.
It's really not. I think grey is a super duper fashionable colour, and I think it's a really nice canvas to have. I think when people think canvas and a back palette, a lot of you will think, well, it's either white or black, isn't it? But for me, grey is so much more subtle. It's more subdued. For me, if I was to wear black and white, it just washes me out. I basically look like floating hair. Do you know what I mean? It just washes me out completely with black and white. But with grey, my skin colour, the kind of, you know, your eyes just seem to pop more for me.
And with this year's Pantone colours being those more subtle colours, so you've got the, you know, you haven't got bright poppy pink, you've got the rose gold. Absolutely, rose gold, the rose quartz. Yes. Absolutely perfect with your greys, the rose quartz. And the softer blue. What's the blue tone they call it?
Serenity.
Serenity. I think it's such a fantastic name for a colour.
Isn't it?
Serenity. Perfect with this. Absolutely perfect.
It is stunning, isn't it? It's just going to work up so beautifully. This collection here, it is 3 strands worth, and just to let you know, they are 9mm. Great to get a 9mm in. We never used to really bring you the uneven numbers. We used to bring you the likes of a 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. mil rounds. But then you got in touch with us and basically said, look, we do like the difference that you've got, but we want the uneven numbers as well. It gives you more variety, doesn't
absolutely. It gives you more variety. And, you know, that's what it's all about, is having that variety. But I also like the fact that sometimes I love the graduated strands. I love the different sizes. Sometimes it's nice to have that one size that you can go to town on. You know, with the first kit I had, with those multiple connectors, you know, a simple necklace, 1 strand round the back, 3 strands down the front, perfect with the 9mm rounds. Absolutely perfect.
Absolutely perfect for it, isn't it? A very, very workable piece. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, for all 3 strands. Oh, clearance.
Oh.
Okay, that price point is absolutely silly. How much is this per one? £2.65. This is a genuine, real deal gemstone. This isn't a bit of plastic that has taken someone in a lab coat 2.5 hours to create by kind of mixing a few things together and blobbing it. Sorry for that noise. Blobbing it into the likes of a ice cube-ish tray and leaving it to kind of dry out for a bit of time and taking it, you know, 2 hours. This has taken hundreds of thousands of years to create by Mother Nature. We've taken it from the ground. We've used machinery and equipment and fuel, and we've used these amazing miners to sift through all this and pick out the individual bits, and then we've added these beautiful colourings onto it and shaped it and cobbed it and stranded it, and then we brought 3 strands for £7.95. It's astonishing when you think.
It is astonishing. And also what you have to remember with strands like this is they're perfect for your stretchies, for your beginners, for the holidays coming up. We're coming up towards Easter. We've just had a week off. We're coming up towards Easter. We've got summer coming.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. And I mean, I think the strands one of them maybe for that.
Yeah.
I think they're worth far more than that.
Me too.
But you know, when you want 3 strands of something, you've got kids coming round, they can have a play with that.
Yeah. Yeah, they can.
You know?
Doesn't matter if it goes wrong.
No.
Have a play with it. For me as well, I just want to point out, genuinely thinking about it, how much would I expect a 9mm round of quartz to be? $7.95 would be a very good price. I would actually probably expect it to be start price of like $9.95, and then Dion would go, oh, do I see a bit of blue or something ridiculous? And then she'd take £2 off. But for me, genuinely, hand on heart, this is a buy 1 strand, get 2 free kind of price point.
Well, I think so. I think
Really
that's a silly
easily.
price.
And if you're not used to working with grey, I just want to prove to you that it goes with each colour. Isn't that like when you're driving on one of those mornings, like I have to drive at the moment very, very early in the morning to get to work, because obviously I live in Cheshire, so it takes you a very long drive at very early hours in the morning, and it looks like that time where it's pitch black and you've been driving for, 80 miles, and then you just see the bright lights bursting over the horizon, breaking through those clouds, and you know that sunrise is going to be spectacular. Pauline's saying, I bought grey dyed quartz in the JM sale. It is gorgeous. Almost moonstone-like. I thought someone had made a mistake. It's beautiful. Oh, Pauline, thank you very much for that. I know what you mean about moonstone.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a bit. It's got that feel about it, hasn't it?
So.
Really has. I've brought you the sunshine to your grey day. How about I bring you the blue sky to go along with it? Oh, wow. Doesn't that make it look deeper and richer and even more intense? What do you think about those two together? You can give it a go if you want to, because I've just brought you that collection of, to my mind, buy 1, get 2 free kind of price point, and now I'm about to bring you low stock, star buy. We've not got many. Low stock opportunity. Seriously, hardly any left now. No, truly, seriously, you've got to be quick. Those are the types of comments you are used to hearing with tanzanite, but get even more used to it, because, ladies and gentlemen, this gemstone is so difficult to come by. Now we're actually having a similar kind of issue to get this as we are with the likes of ametrine and Russian chrome dioxide. Russian chrome dioxide and ametrine right here, right now, is the hardest gemstone for us to be able to get our hands on. We have tried on our last 2 buying trips to get them and haven't succeeded. Tanzanite is very close behind. We've talked about how rare tanzanite is for a really long time, and it is. It's a one-locational gemstone, once believed to be a one-generational gemstone, but we did manage to kind of find a little bit more of an element of it, a little bit more of it. We found kind of different qualities of it, and we kind of carried on going, and it's lasted a bit longer. But the days are close to the end. We've already had one mine closed down entirely, and it was one of the biggest mines. One of the biggest mining locations. Bearing in mind, they're all at the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. One place in the world we found this. Found completely by accident. Basically, long story short, they went to find a different gemstone, and their driver said to them, where do you want to go? And they started driving. They went, oh, right over there, please. Way over there. And they said, no chance. I'm not going there. I don't know the roads. I don't know if it's safe. I'm not taking you any further than this. This is as far as you're going. You can either come back with me or you can just stay here. And they said, right, well, get in touch with someone, and if you want to stay here, then I'll send someone else who will take you the furthest distance. So they said, all right, fine, drop us off here. Dropped themselves off, dropped off all their machinery, and they just thought, well, we've got about 3 or 4 days to kill before someone gets to take us to where we need to go, so let's start mining. They started mining, and it was a complete and absolutely accident of a find, and they found one of the most now famous, prestigious and kind of revolutionary gemstones in the world. Why revolutionary? Well, because this has gone from zero, i.e. not existing, to hero within the space of a few very, very short years. It's burst onto the scenes, being used by the likes of Tiffany, and it's also, you know, become a birthstone now. That is one of the newest birthstones we've got. Oh my gosh, okay, I am officially in my last, oh no, sorry, I'm not quite in my last chance saloon, but I'm officially under 50 of these. You've got to be quick on this one whilst you can, ladies and gentlemen. Genuine, real deal tanzanite, we're finding it harder and harder and harder and harder and harder to get your hands on, truly. We've heard whispers that Tanzanite Mine D probably won't last out a year of bringing our yields, and don't forget that's where we get it from. We've also heard whispers, though, that actually it could be within the space of 2 months. But don't forget for me that in the gemstone trade, it's a really strange kind of hush-hush thing to do with when mines close down, etc. So it is one of those things that, you know, once it has closed down, we probably will find out about a week or two later. So get things like this whilst you can. You may well remember, whoa, $34.95. Wow. Now, you may well remember, we did a, we were part of a documentary. Mm-hmm. We were part of a documentary, weren't we? Around about, what, a year and a half ago-ish? We were part of a documentary. And at the time, we had numerous sister channels on the documentary. It was discussed in quite great detail about how the gem itself had to be raised in price point, in margin. Now, when I say margin, what am I talking about? Okay, margin is something we refer to when we purchase it from the mine owner to where we purchase, when we sell it on to you. If we were to bring you things like this at the exact same price that we bought them at, we wouldn't make any profit, and therefore we probably as a channel would have lasted about 4 weeks, to be honest. So we do obviously add money upon to that. So that's what we class as your margin. At that time, a year and a half ago, we were the only one of our sister channels not to raise the price, the margin on our tanzanite. Everyone else did, we didn't. We're going to have to. We have been given word that very soon the margin will have to be raised on tanzanite here at JewelleryMaker. I think it's amazing that we've lasted a year and a half and not yet done it when everyone else, our sister channels, had done it, and all of these other channels and shops and everything else did it ages before that. So I think it's amazing we've lasted this long. We have been told we will be having to raise the margin of tanzanite very soon. You're still going to get great prices, but maybe not with price drops like that. $29.95 price drop on it. Last few of these, I am in my last chance saloon. Genuinely, tanzanite for me has always been a great purchase, but right here, right now, it is kind of quick as you can, truly. Okay, everybody, straight after the break for you, I have got these absolute stunners. Tanzanite and diamonds together. I've got a customer texting in saying one of those looks like AAA. Is it, could it be this one here? Yeah, I am absolutely agreeing with you on that. I've got to say, if that by itself were classified as a AAA, you want to be betting your bottom dollar $129.95 for the one. For the one. It's so amazing, this gemstone. Loads of you coming into this officially last chance saloon, heading more towards my teens. We are going to add, I think, the perfect example to go with it straight after the break. Myself and the wonderful Alison Tarry will be back with super sparkles, inspiration, and those diamonds. See you in a few minutes.
Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Labradorite is an incredibly popular gemstone here at JewelleryMaker. As a member of the Feldspar family, this particular gemstone shows beautiful blue flashes as light hits the internal structure. The different layers that make up this structure give rise to really interesting colour play on the surface of the gemstone. The most usual colours we see are blue to violet, but you can also see flashes of orange and red. Its optical properties such as these gives gemstones the edge, as these properties cannot be simulated by man.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Ladies and gentlemen, go, go, go. 0800 644 655. Under 80 chances for you right here, right now. That's all you've got. Once it's gone, it is absolutely gone. This is something I myself never ever seen before. Complete and absolute stunning, stunning opportunity for you to get your hands on these now. Genuine, real deal diamond. In this stunning, stunning array of colours and looks. Take a little look at these. They are so individual and unique. They truly, truly are. Look. This is such a phenomenal look and detail. It is so phenomenal. It really, really is. These are absolutely exceptional. I completely adore everything about these. What I've got for you, ladies and gentlemen, here is something very, very individual and eye-catching. It truly, truly is. Now, Let me first off talk to you about why these are so special. First off, it's diamond, it's status. You've got the name there. It's a really, really wearable gem because you've got a 10 on the Mohs scale with these ones. Another very, very interesting fact of the matter is that you've got a really stunning high-end look and detail because you've got that facet on the surface which gives you an exceptional scintillation. It really is just eye-catching. I've got for you just this mammoth amount of every single one of them. Now these, very unusual, very individual. How would you be using these or suggest to use these, please, Alison Tarry?
Well, first off, can I say, because it's so difficult to see that on the VT, from over here, it's like bling, 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 bling going off. It really, really is.
Yeah,
they are so sparkly. I was talking earlier, wasn't I, about putting them in some silver clay. Now, we'd have to check with someone like Tracy whether you could put them in when you bake it, because I don't know. I'm not enough up on that, but I would be surprised if you can't. But you would need to check that. So you could set them into silver clay, you could set them into polymer clay, any of your metal clays.
Yeah.
You know, and they just bring so much sparkle. I mean, you could take them to a jeweller's and have them set into a piece of jewellery. But I was also saying, I'd be tempted to do some sort of basket weave for them to sit in.
And then that.
These aren't drilled, no. and they're a little bit small to do a normal setting that you would for a cabochon or something like that. But I would be tempted to just use a little bit of our jewellery glue to hold them in place.
Absolutely, and why not?
Just close it slightly, which you would be able to around the top, but I would just feel a bit more secure with that there. So you could work them into a wirework design.
I love that
so
idea.
Delicate.
One of these as a ring, in the way you've just mannered, for me, is going to be high-end, unique and individual and set a statement. For me, instantly, with one of these ones in the centre of a ring, using the likes of your precious metal wire, I would be happy for an individual bespoke piece made just for me with one big, beautiful faceted diamond like this. I would be over the moon if all I had to pay was £70. I would be over the moon if just for one of them, that was what I would be paying. I'm about to do something with the price now, and the fact of the matter is I'm going to go underneath the £120 mark.
Wow.
And that's not the one I'm referring to. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just need to let every single one of you know that the price point we're about to do will simply not be repeated. This is about to be a sellout. We are going to be selling this out today. If you want to get your hands on this collection, now's your opportunity. I guarantee you under £100. At £79.95, you have got yourself something of absolute epic proportions. If I was happy paying £70 per one on each of these, then realistically, the kind of monies I'm going to be getting from these 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, already there at £70 each, I've got £700-ish worth, haven't I? £700 worth with just those 10, but I've got way more than that left over. I have got a mammoth amount of that left over. These are phenomenal, aren't they?
They are. And I made our wedding rings with silver clay, and I'm just looking at those going, I could have just dotted a few in there. Wow. Oh my gosh, how amazing would that be?
That's going to be astonishing, isn't it?
That's incredible. I can't believe that price. That's incredible.
That's phenomenal, isn't it?
Wow.
Hello, good morning to you. Oh, you were joining me last night as well. It's lovely to see you. Wow, Becky, what gorgeous diamonds. Alison, love your designs. And a big hello to everyone at JM. Loving the show this morning. Good morning to you. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's fantastic to be with you. Final morning show with you today from me, ladies and gentlemen. But don't worry, you've got the gorgeous Carol back with you from maternity leave. So do stay tuned because wonderful Carol will be with you in a few days. My brother bought one on its own from Gem Collector. It was £30. Can I work that out? Do you mind if we work that out? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 15. So if these were £30 each, that would be...
£450.
£450.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much for sending that text in. Information like that's always really interesting. And another thing I would say is please don't forget for me that Gem Collector is our kind of previous sister channel, and Gem Collector generally beating hands down the types of prices you would normally be expecting, actually. So £30 for one that your brother got, great purchase. These though, exceptional purchase. Okay, I do have to let every single one of you know. I started off with, what was it, under 60, under 50. I've not got many of these ones left at all, I'm afraid. I really, really don't. So please be exceptionally quick on them. They are just standout pieces, aren't they?
Oh, they're incredible. And like I say, the bling you're getting from them is amazing.
Yeah.
It really is amazing, the sparkle you're getting from them.
Definitely.
They're beautiful.
Do you mind us working out? So we were saying if they were £30 each, that's £450. What price are they actually for the amount I've got? I've got 15 of them. So how much do they work out per one for genuine, real deal? Oh my gosh.
It's going to be scary. How much? Go on.
£5.33.
Who'd have thought you could buy a cut diamond for £5.33?
I wouldn't think I could buy a price cut box of chocolates for that price point.
Hang on.
You couldn't get a
you
haircut
can't.
for that price point, you're right. Imagine if you did. Imagine if you did. Can I just have £5.33, please, off the fringe? You'd get that much of a fringe, and then the rest
You
left.
don't even get fringe done for
no,
that.
you wouldn't. You'd get half your fringe done with a bit of a wash, wouldn't you? That is absolutely exceptional. And can I just point out, now I'll be honest, I kept this back from you, but I'm going to be honest with you now, because I did have to double check before I said it, because I've only probably said this about 2 times ever here on the morning show. These are natural diamonds, ladies and gentlemen, natural diamonds. They haven't even had a little bit of heat applied to them. Now, why is that so exceptional? Why is that so special? Well, let me tell you this. On kind of in the trade, on kind of gemstones that are sold, on diamonds that are sold, it is believed that around about 1 in every 10,000 carats worth of diamond is natural. Hold on to that for a second. 1 in every 10,000 of diamond is natural, carat-wise, that is sold in jewellery. I've got natural diamonds here. That means you've got a 1 in 1,000 chance, essentially, pretty much, if that makes sense. But in fact, you've got 3 worth. So it's almost, you know, you've got 3 in 30,000 chance, if that makes sense. That is absolutely exceptional. And like I say, probably only maybe the second time I've actually ever said that on the morning show before. That is so exceptional. And don't forget, why is that important? Why does it matter if they're natural or not? Well, I like it when they're natural, especially some of the big ones like this, because it's how Mother Nature intended, and I kind of like letting her have her own way with certain ones, in particular kind of high-end gemstones like this. But also the fact of the matter for me is that what you've got with these ones is, because it's natural, you know that you've got 100% diamond. I've not got loads of diamond and then a little bit of anything else added on top. Or a little bit of diamond and a little bit of kind of filling in there, a bit of Fisher filling. I know that it's total and absolute real deal diamond. And also, I'll be honest, I like to be a bit different. I like that I know I'm wearing a natural diamond and the 10,000 people next to me probably aren't wearing one. And it might sound a little bit kind of poncy and a little bit naff, but I don't know, it just raises a smile with me. I just love it, I really do. Well done to every single one of you getting this, working out per one less than a box of Christmas chocolates. And I mean a box of Christmas chocolates that you're buying now, so they've probably been dropped in price. That is an amazing deal, it truly is. Congratulations to all of you. Ametrines coming up for you in just a few whistles. And oh, the quality on the glow. I think next to the diamonds, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Look and get ready for the glow on this. It's just high quality. Get ready for the rock. Oh, look at the brightness. coming up for you about sort of 40-ish minutes-ish. So do stay tuned for that one. Okay, I'm moving on to the kit now. I'd love to know how you felt when you opened this kit, Tarry.
I adored this kit. It's, you know, it's just a dream kit. Like I say, I've had so many kits recently that are just like, oh my gosh, thank you, Pip, thank you, Helena. And this was just fantastic. I was just like, oh, right, fine. Know what I'm doing, off we go. Wham, bam, easy street.
Easy
Gorgeous,
street. I love
gorgeous.
that. Now, you have got, this is one of our newest additions to the wire collection. Oh my gosh, the feel of this is exceptional. Now, this is our gold-plated copper wire. We're used to seeing that, aren't we? We see that quite often. Not this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is our soft wire. Now, what does that mean? Does it mean it's flimsy? Does it mean that as soon as I pull on it, it's just going to snap? Does it mean that as soon as I hammer it, it's just going to go, oh, no, and kind of melt away? No, not at all. This is super duper sturdy still. The softness refers to the malleability. Now, why is it so malleable? Well, it's to do with the core. There's a higher level of copper in the core. So when we talk about your original kind of copper cored wire, there is copper within there, but the percentage of copper is kind of leveled out, and the way in which the copper is compressed is used in a different manner. So with this, what you get is a higher percentage of that expensive copper. And don't forget, copper is expensive. That's one of the reasons that there's all of these recycle your mobile phone websites, etc., because they take things like the copper out of your mobile phone to reuse, because it is quite a high price medium to kind of get your hands on and to work with. So you've got that soft copper core within your 1 mil of this, and I've got to say, it is just so beautiful in the 1 mil in particular. Don't get me wrong, as soon as you hammer it, it's not going anywhere. So it's kind of almost the best of both worlds. You've got the soft core in the 1 mil, in the 0.6 and in the 0.4. So going up from your really sturdy wires all the way to your gentle weaving wires. And then it comes to the gemstone. We do not get to see serpentine often at all, do we? What do you think of this?
Just how amazing is that strand? It's just incredible, isn't it?
It's astonishing.
Absolutely love it.
What does this make you think of when you see this?
Well, to me, it is very spring-like. It is very fresh, especially when you put it with the pearls. It's got that, I don't know, because you've got the tones of green in there, it's almost like the fresh leaves coming through, isn't it? It's those... I love this strand, and I love the variety of where the lines are in it and the markings on it, and some are horizontal, some are vertical, some are slightly darker, some are paler, and for someone like me who'll graduate them, it's a dream.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? It really is exceptional. If you've never seen serpentine before, there's so many myths, legends and tales behind it. One of my favourite ones is an ancient Greek story, and very long story short, there's a couple absolutely madly head over heels in love, and the woman gets bitten by a snake and dies and passes away, and essentially Loki comes to take her away, and the gentleman who's left on earth is absolutely beside himself, so pleads and pleads and pleads for Loki to let him go down there and visit, and says, if I can play you an astonishing song, will you let her go? So he does. He goes down and he plays an amazing song, and Loki says, that was astonishing, I will let her go free. But as you're leaving the underworld, you must walk ahead, and you cannot turn around to check that she is there. If you do, she will not come back onto earth with you. So they did. He walked ahead and she walked behind him. But just as he crossed the border, he could not help himself, and he just took a glance back, and instantly she was taken back to the underworld. And essentially from that story, it comes out that the husband walks around mourning the loss of this woman forever, and essentially goes and slays any snake that he sees. And it's believed that in his belt he wore this gemstone because he believed it was the gem that would help prevent him from essentially slaying, from getting any poisoned from the snake. So it's one of the kind of beliefs behind this gemstone. It's just so interesting. It really is. You've got the 16 by 12 mil on the really delicate, dainty ones, and then you've got those big, bold ones, 25 by 18 mil on those, and I think a great way to use as a cabochon if you're a bit like me and maybe not that confident with them. And last but by no means least, the pearls, of which the quality is just eye-catching. To be able to get that much of a luster on the surface is something phenomenal. Genuine, real deal pearls here, ladies and gentlemen, created by the mollusk, not made by the, I don't know, Mark in science in the lab. You know, this is made genuinely by Mother Nature, by the mollusk in that water. It is a beautiful smoothness, and the great thing about having such a great luster on this is the amount of colours you get. Big amount of treats here, very, very high copper base wire. Beautiful serpentine on there, and a really, really stunning pearl strand. Your price point today for your fresh spring collection, just £24.95.
Wow.
If I was going to have this strand, say this were a selection of cabochons for me, I would expect a bigger price point on that alone.
Absolutely.
Easily, for the amount you're getting.
I mean, I've gone very gem heavy, but each of those could be an individual piece. You know, and they're, like I say, with the markings on them, they're amazing. And that
They are, aren't they?
pearl strand is stunning.
And the thing is, you've got that high-end copper wire. The copper wire itself, normally we sell this copper wire for a higher price point than our other general wires. So normally you're paying a lot more for these than you would be generally for our other wires, because there's lots more copper in there and essentially costs us more to make. But that is not actually reflected at all in the price point of this kit. £24.95, hands down, is an astonishing price point. Should have been way closer to £55. So to get it at £24.95 today is something not to be missed. It truly isn't. You don't get pieces like this often at all, and you can see how far it's gone, and you can see how much fun you had with it as well.
And I had loads of wire left. I had some gemstones left.
It's astonishing.
Fabulous.
We are just going to delve in really to this. Tell me what you were working with and how it was as a whole.
Oh, it was lovely to work with. And like you say, the soft wire is fabulous. It can do pretty much the same sort of things. Well, it can do the same sort of things. You can hammer it to harden it a bit if you want that extra strength in it. It's so lovely to work with, and if you do struggle with the harder wires, it's lovely to have something that is easier to manipulate. You know, especially when you go up to the 1mm wire, you know, and it's like silk in your hands. It really is like silk.
It is just phenomenal.
Beautiful.
Leanne saying, morning ladies. Alison, you were amazing. I love your designs and watching you. You're great at explaining how to do things in a calm tone. You're not always calm, are you, Alison?
No.
Pure persona, ladies and gentlemen. But you are a great teacher. It is wonderful to follow you. And I'm excited that we're going to be able to follow your designs today.
Yeah.
Which one are we going to be showing today, please?
Well, as much as we can. So we're going to do the ring, the woven ring.
My ring?
Yeah.
I mean, this ring.
The ring there, yeah, that's obviously been
Fortune slip, fine. This one, yes, fab.
And the links, there's a lot of repetition in the kit because I wanted to make a collection. So I'll show you how to make all the links and how we can put them together to make different things. I mean, for me, one of the favourite pieces is the bracelet. Yeah. The big bracelet, because that just looks so amazing on. It's incredible. So yeah, we'll do as much as we can.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, brilliant.
Are we ready?
Let's get going. 1mm we're starting off with here.
We're starting with the 1mm, and I've got 4 strands, and this is going to be our ring base. Now I'm just using short ones to show you how to do the weave. I've actually got a pre-woven piece which is 10 inches long. Okay, so, and that's more than enough to do an N. I don't know why I did an N really, you know. Don't know. So it would probably do an RS as well, actually, because you do trim off, but I always like to have more. You know, you can't add in your main strands.
No, you can always take away.
So yes, so we're going to do this weave, and I put my 0.4 out and I've buried it. There it is. So I'm still, with all the demo pieces, I'm still using the original wire. You know, we usually get a spare kit for doing the demos, and this is in a right knot. But
you haven't needed to, because you have so much with this one.
Absolutely.
Wendy's saying, Alison, they are beautiful! I am in love. Sorry, guys. Good morning, all. Good morning to you, Wendy. I know I'm in love as well, and you're right to shout beautiful. They are just stunning.
Right. So this is a slightly different weave to what I normally do, and it doesn't hurt to change it up. So we're going to start off and we're going to wrap 3 times around the base. I say this every time, you all must be fed up of hearing me, just to anchor it.
Okay.
Right? We're then going to go up through the 4, wrapping around the second one and between the 2.
Okay.
Around the third one and between the 2. Around the 4th one, let me just turn that one up so you can see it a bit, and between the 2. So you've gone up in 2s, for want of a better word. Now, because you're between the 2, we can come back round the 2 middle ones, hang on, this weave, round the 3rd one on its own. Let me start that again. Don't you know?
Shall we rewind it?
Let's rewind it. When you've come round the top one, you don't come between the 2, you come 2 down.
Okay, 2 down.
Yeah, I'm so used to doing the other weave, I automatically did it. So you've come 2 down, and then you go between the 2 again. Come 2 down, then you go in between the 2 again. Then you're coming round the 2 and through the middle. So you're almost doing it in reverse. So you go up, you're going round the 2 through the middle, round the top 2, then you're coming down 2 through the middle, down 2 through the middle, round the bottom 2 through the middle of the bottom 2, and you get into a rhythm with it. Round 2, you're either going round 2 through the middle, and at the end you're going all the way round, and you get, if I can show you on this one, put that to the side, you get this beautiful sort of tight, almost like a basket effect weave. Yeah,
got you.
And you want to do it, and that's 2 1/4 inches. We'll do an RS.
Okay.
No, sorry.
An NO.
And then that's mine. Then I was hoping then. I did it the wrong size. You'd need to do a bit bigger for the RS. So that's 2 1/4 inches, and I don't know what that is in centimetres, I'm afraid. Probably about 5 centimetres.
I'm going to guess, what, for 2.5 inches?
Yeah.
I'm going to say you're more towards an 8 centimetre, 9 centimetre
Oh, are you?
myself.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh. Oh, 6 centimetres. I win.
What, 2.5 inches?
Thank you.
For how long?
Well, isn't an inch about 2.5 centimetres, something like that? Thank you, Ollie. Sorry. Just going to sulk now.
Whatever.
Sorry, there's no competitiveness at all there. I do apologise about that, I win.
It looks to me-ish closer to 9. But apparently it's not.
But it doesn't matter because you can add on and take off anyway. So
You
don't
can.
worry
Yeah,
about
exactly.
it.
So if you do want it to be 9 centimetres,
You
go
can
for
do.
it.
And then you just have to unwind a bit. Right, I'm then going to put it round my mandrel.
Yeah.
And I want to cross them over. Okay, now when you're crossing over like this, always do it slightly smaller and it can ease out. So cross it over at slightly smaller and then you can pop it down to wherever your thing is. And funnily enough, the MO kind of area is worn out on my ring mandrel. I don't know why.
Sounds about right.
Now, you can leave these as being adjustable. So if you wanted, you could leave it like that and just do it. I've actually just caught them together with the wire on mine, but it doesn't matter because they can be adjustable.
Got you.
So then we're going to make the swirly pattern. So I'm holding it together and I'm literally taking all the wires, and this is where you wouldn't normally do this with 4 strands of 1 mil.
No, you wouldn't really.
And you're going to swirly them around, okay? Now for one of them, we're going to curl it around into a loop at the bottom. So I'm going to take it off there. And I'm going to curl this one round into a largest loop. Doesn't matter, don't worry about being too precise. You just want to make that loop shape that will, funnily enough, just fit
a pearl.
One of your pearls in.
Perfect.
Okay, so snipping that off at the back. Does it fit, does it?
Yeah, I was just trying it out just to see whether or not the 6 to 9 centimetre piece fit, and it does perfectly. How amazing does that look? I mean, that is so eye-catching, isn't it? This is the type of piece that you don't even, if you can't be bothered to put makeup on one day, just wear this because no one will be looking at your face. It's that kind of piece, isn't it? I just love it.
So what I've done is I've taken the end tail of wire from this side, wrapped it round a little bit and fetched it up here. So this now has fixed that. Like I say, you don't have to have it fixed. I could have used the wire from the other side. It depends whether you're making it for someone and you know the ring size, or whether you're making it for a stall where you're going to want it to be variable.
Okay.
So I've popped my pearl on, and then I'm going to nip through there. By the way, these pearls went, I think virtually every one went on 0.6.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
they were
great.
Brilliant. So I've wrapped it about 4 times round. Then I'm going to quickly have a snip with my flush cutters, and then I just fanned them round, didn't I? So I fanned those around this way. Now I love this kind of ring. I'm the oddity in my family. I don't do big rings, I do long and thin rings.
Okay.
So long as they're flat to my skin, I'll wear them from knuckle to knuckle. I'm quite happy.
Yeah, me too.
Now you can decide how far these are going to go. Now if you wanted, and you're not going to use these in a practical setting, i.e. you're just going to go round with your hand sort of flashing, you could have them coming right up your hand if you wanted.
Idea.
You really could. I would connect them together and then put a little chain up to your bracelet. Perfect.
Oh, I like that idea. More for a kind of cocktail night out than a dinner lady day in. That kind of practicality.
Don't go putting your hands in your pockets.
Yes. Hello, Mary. Alison, I missed what size of wire you're using for the ring. Can you tell us again, please?
Yep. The main base is the 1 mil, and then the wrapping wire is the 0.4.
Hope that helps, Mary. Thank you for your text.
So I'm just curling those down, and you can make them either smaller, you can make them go up. I've done a slightly different pattern than I've done on that one, which often happens. I very rarely do things the same, which makes it difficult when you're demoing. It's like, how did you do that bit? Well, I've done this one slightly differently. Right, so that's going to give you a slightly different feel, but it just shows you the variety you can have, how that comes up your hand.
Yeah.
But again, surprisingly, that actually is quite wearable.
Definitely.
A lot of people sort of go, ooh, could you wear that? And you can, because I wear these sorts of rings all the time. And I wear them in the office, and you forget you've got them on, and they're absolutely fine. So pop that in. The only thing I don't do is go much below that bottom knuckle. So, however, watch out on Saturday night for something a little bit different, and that's all I'm saying.
Dance moves.
No.
Karaoke.
All
Finally, we get Alison Tarry at karaoke.
Oh gosh, no, you clear the place.
Why, what are we getting on Saturday?
Something a little bit different. Something very different.
Are we still jewellery making?
Jewellery making.
Right.
Yes, and it is jewellery. It's not a sculpture piece, and it's quite different, and it's very, very, very fashionable.
Eyes peeled for that then.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's been a design I've wanted to do for a little while, but I haven't had the kit to do it with.
Okay.
And I now have the kit, and it's, just wait. Just you wait, Henry Higgins. So I've now got my other strand, and I'm again just going to anchor it into place.
And we anchored on right at the beginning. It's essentially just a few loops onto the base wire. It holds everything nicely in place.
And then I'm going to thread another pearl on. These rings are so fab to make, because yes, you spend a little bit of time weaving, but well, you can even do it without weaving it, but it doesn't take that long.
No.
And they're such fun. I mean, I do them just wire rings, and I sell so many of them. And you can do them, you can wire weave with different colours, but as soon as you start putting, you know, the pearl and the gold together, it's just class.
Yeah.
Oh, have I put that one at the top, have I?
Whole new level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very comfortable, I have to say. And of course, it's not affecting any of the bends in your hands. So a really, really comfortable wear, but really decadent look as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so I'm going to do this one the other way. So to do one at the top, I'd do it a little bit shorter down. I've done it on the opposite side, haven't I? So I'll come down this side. And again, you're not making a perfect circle, you're just doing a bit of a frame, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And it's not symmetrical, you're not balancing it too much. So you don't have to panic about getting everything precise or anything like that. And we're going to pop another pearl in there. Come here, don't fall off. There we go. So again, we're going to just anchor it with 3 or 4 times round. If you're doing this with 0.25, then I would anchor it with slightly more turns because it doesn't hold as well, being that much finer.
Don't forget in the kit you got the 1 mil, the 0.6 and the 0.4. All of it is pure soft copper wire, so soft copper centre. It's fab.
So easy to use, really is easy to use, and so malleable. You know, twizzying all of those together with ordinary 1 mil takes a little bit more effort. This, it's just like, oh, bend, okay, how far do you want me to bend? Pop another pearl on. And then finish it off the other side. It's so rare with some of the things I do that I get to do something start to finish like this and end up with a completely finished piece.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's a novelty, it's great. Right, trim those off. Flush cutters just make your life so much easier with things like this. They're not essential, however, you know, right tool for the right job.
Completely.
So much easier. You get a good finish every time. Right, so then we just want a loop at the top, and I'm going to make these quite a bit shorter. And you can make these as twirled or as non-twirled as you like to fit in with how you want to do it.
Fab. Wow. Isn't that amazing? She just created that. And look at how beautiful a finish that is. Wow.
Now what I would do with that, what I would suggest you do, I would tie those together.
Yeah.
But I would put it back on the mandrel. Now you see how that sticks up? You can actually easily form it round, so if it is going to go up and down your finger, and you can just bend that round a bit. Now that will have to push down a bit,
and then
then it sits much better on your finger.
That idea. Thank you so much
That's
for showing us that one. What a great one. We've got another little section to show you now, but I'll read this first.
Okay.
Morning, Alison, Becky and JM crew. Hello, crew. Hi, Ollie. Hi. Kerry and Dion have got no camera in their room. There she is, glamoursing herself. Look at Cass.
I know.
We're saying, awesome DI, as usual, Alison. Could I ask how many lengths of 1 mil wire you have used and how long, please?
Right, so for that one I used 4 pieces of wire and they were each 10 mil. 10 inches.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I've trimmed off bits off the end, but it depends how long you're going to make it. So if you do it with 10 inches, 10 mil, very tiny little ring. If you do it with 10 inches, you've got plenty. So you can make that slightly longer ring. And when we crossed it over, so when you get to the stage where you've just crossed over the wires, if you want to slide it, you know, if you want to do, like for me, an RS, then you just expand it, and when you get to the point you can say, well, I need to add on another ½ inch or whatever. So you just carry on wrapping in. So don't trim your wires off until you've finished sizing it. Then you can, you know, you don't have to think, oh, well, I've done that much and it doesn't fit. You just add on an extra bit.
Is it strong enough to adjust without the wire together, or do you have to hammer it? Good question.
I haven't hammered it. With this wrapping round it, it's perfectly strong. It's perfectly suitable. No, I wouldn't bother hammering this.
No.
But I would connect these together because of it being a bit softer.
Ah, the little sort of tail sections.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And another one now. Hi everyone. Do you work hard in the wire at any point, or will it stay soft when you're wearing the pieces?
Right. I do work hard in it. I work it automatically, and that is one thing I do not say. I'll work it to begin with, so I'll soften it, and you'll see me sitting here, and I do it automatically. That's why I forget to say it. I wouldn't hammer it. It doesn't really need it. You could, and our mandrels are fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
So because they're steel one, you could tap that with a nylon hammer. To be honest, I've never had a problem with them, and I've still got this sort of style of ring that I've made about 4 years ago, and I still wear it, and it's still not an issue. So unless you're going to sort of really try and catch these, like I say, I've worn them, and I can wear that to go to the office, and it's fine. I don't. Go on.
We've got, don't forget as well, when you're working it with your pliers and stuff, that will naturally work hard in it. You did want to show us very quickly one more thing, didn't you? Because we're going to get the Wall of Fame in a moment or two.
Marvellous. Right, so most of the rest of the pieces are balanced round using these connectors.
Yes.
So, and I've done a couple of different sizes, but I can quickly whiz through making them because they're so easy to do. So on the bracelet, they're the same size. So there's two slightly different sizes, and you can see there, where's somewhere around about there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so you've got a bigger one and a smaller one.
Got you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's all to do with using the mandrels.
Okay. The bail making pliers.
Thank you.
No problem.
So on this bail making pliers, the middle one, because someone's very kindly, thank you Jill, written it on for me because I forget. So the middle one is your 7mm.
Okay.
So that's for the slightly smaller one. So I'm just going to chop this off to make it easier. What I would do, and I did have a, oh there it is. Would you mind measuring that for me?
Of course I will.
So I did measure it, and then what I would do was I'd cut all my connectors to that size, and then sit here just making them. And so if you trim them all off, then you don't have to think about it.
It's a 3.5 inch, just to let you know, which by my eyes is approximately 9 centimetres.
That was so
long,
seamless.
Approximately. No, I did not just give me a clue at that. No.
He was just stretching his fingers.
Yeah. Oh, just stretching. Oh.
So I've wrapped it around the middle one and I've crossed it over the other side. Now, if I'd measured this, if this one was a measured one, I could just go to the end and roll in.
Yeah.
But if you haven't measured it, go further than a round would be.
Okay.
So go way down, fetch it all the way round, and then do what I call rolling up. So you roll it into position.
Ah, I see.
Yeah? So you get this sort of overlap, but you just trim that off.
Clever.
And then you get the perfect loop.
Great.
And you do that both sides. There you go, you just roll it up. So that's how you make the connectors, and you can play with the different sizes to match your gemstones.
Got ya.
So taking one of the larger stones, for the bracelet, I've just used one top and bottom, popped a pearl in each, and I used the 0.6 to wrap the pearl in. So I'd wrapped around the end. Well, actually, I did it by, I'll show you this one, popped it through first, popped my connector in.
Yeah.
Wrapped it once round the connector. Don't worry, it does pull until you've got them both on. Popped my pearl on and wrapped it a couple of times round the top, and did the same top and bottom trim off.
Great.
That gives you those. And then the other one, let me grab that one back, is I've got 2 bigger ones and 2 smaller ones.
Yeah. Just move that down slightly.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, love. Yeah.
Add it up there for out of the way. Okay, so 2 bigger ones and 2 smaller ones, which I did the same as the bracelet.
Yeah.
And then popped the 2 smaller ones on the side, and I just wire wrapped those
onto it
at there.
Love
and
that
then
idea.
pearl in each larger hole, and put that down from the pendant.
That is a lovely design piece, and just using a very simple kind of look and design connector to make something extravagant. Thank you so much for showing us all of those designs. Big amount there. We're going to head on over now to have a little look at what you've been making in the Wall of Fame. Welcome all to the Wall of Fame. You've been sending in your makes, and you also have been giving us lots of inspiration to really get our kind of creativity flowing. You send them in for free, and on a Wednesday we do a draw to see who your winner will be. 2 winners picked at random. I'm starting off with Alison.
Oh, and I love this. I love these roses.
We had those on yesterday night.
This
Lovely.
is 207, and we don't see the Unikite very often, do we?
No, not really.
Unikite. This is from Joyce, and I do adore this bracelet. I think it's a bracelet, yes. After your vintage weekend, I felt inspired to make something vintage. What better combination than these Unikite hearts and pyrite roses, both purchased from your recent clearance sale. I hope you like the bracelet enough to show it on the Wall of Fame. I'm off on holiday to Sri Lanka in 2 days' time. Have an amazing time. And we'll be wearing it with pride whilst I'm there. And we'll be looking out for sapphires and moonstones, as I know this is the place to get them from. Best wishes to all of you, Joyce. Have a fantastic time, Joyce.
Have an amazing
If you need, you know, a bag carrier or, you know, just a general assistant.
We're here for you. 212 here is by Susie, and it says, good morning, JMers. Here's my Wall of Fame. Again, I've been playing around with chainmail. I'm somewhat addicted now. They are all hand-cut jump rings made with 1mm wire, 10mm turquoise, reconstituted rounds, and just wanted to welcome Vicky back. You have been missed. Good luck to all. Oh, darn. Good luck to all this week, and keep up the banter. Love to all, and that's Susie Gardner. Thank you very much for sending that in.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Very eye-catching piece. 212 is your number.
208. I love these. I absolutely adore them. This is from Francis. Hi JM, my WAF entry uses one of the fabulous abalone pieces and silver plate chain. A brushed silver plate bead, filigree bead caps from my stash. This chain lent itself to the tassels as the different shaped links added interest and symmetry. Wishing all a very sunny week, and that's from Francis in Somerset. That's lovely.
I think that's really fab, and you're right about the symmetry of it. Thank you for that. Look at these little pops of colour. 214 belongs to Teresa, and it says, hi all, use these magnesite slices in a fun necklace with some cubes and rounds. I purchased a while ago, everything from JewelleryMaker, of course, and happened to see the lovely Deborah using these on the Late Show. Love Teresa in Devon. That is fun and funky, isn't it?
Beautiful.
The colours just pop and work.
It is, and it's so coming up for the season, isn't it?
You're right. 214's your number.
This is 209. I love this.
Oh.
Look at that.
Wow.
One of my favourites. one of many. Hi all. Please find attached my entry for the WAF. It's a necklace and bracelet set with ametrine flowers. Flowers with copper wire and rose gold findings. I hope you like it. I love it. And that's from Colleen.
I
think
love
it's beautiful.
Don't forget my ametrine coming up in just a few snippets. 213 here, very elegant collection from Alex. Good morning, everyone. Attaches a photo of labradorite and pyrite bracelet and earrings I made for Mother's Day market next week. It's not as hard as it used to be catching the Labrador essence in the photo. The quality of Labradorite is getting better and better. But I promise that there are some pinks and golds as well as the blues in these Labradorite. The Labradorite, pyrite, clear quartz spacers and all the findings are from JM. Of course, why go anywhere else? Good luck everybody waffing, especially me. And that is Alex from the Forest of Dean. Thank you for sending that. Very, very wearable, and I bet they're going to sell a storm. I wish you luck, I really do. 213.
This is 210. I'm loving this. Loving this. And this is from Jackie in Redcar. Please see this entry for this week's WAF. Labradorite rondelles and hematite hearts with sterling silver findings, sterling silver heart charms, Everything from JM, good luck to all. It's lovely. It's lovely. You're all loving the Labradorite together.
Yeah, and why not? 216 is a great bit of neatness. It really is. Hi, JM. This is a heart-shaped fuchsia agate cabochon netted with pink wire. All materials are from JM, and the technique comes from Laura Bindings Cabochon DVD. Good luck to everyone in this week's draw, and that is from Catherine Humphreys. Catherine, the neatness on that is phenomenal. It looks like it's really well caught as well. Congratulations for that, because it's no mean feat. 216 is your number.
This is 211.
Ooh.
Someone's been playing with paracord. I love the way it's displayed. It's just a fantastic way. This is, hi all, here's my entry to the WAF. It's paracord bracelets, only a few that I have made. There's more. More to come following on from the DVD display. From the DVD. Display made by me. Good luck to everyone. And this is from Chris. Well done, Chris. I love the way you've displayed it. Really, it's fabulous. Well done.
And now my final Wall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And what a great one to go off with a bang on. Look at this, 215. And
wow.
This is from Avril in France. Oh, morning. Here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a horse head pendant and tiger's eye with carnelian and chain, all from JewelleryMaker. Thanks to all of the designers for their inspiring work and to the presenters for making me smile. And enjoy your day. And that is from Avril in France.
That's brilliant.
Think that is just exceptional. If I hold it at an
hold
angle
it that
for
way,
you,
can see the
it's easy for you to see. So
That's
here you've got like, the
fantastic.
mane. Can you see you've got the ear and the muzzle? I had to read it that way because of the way the email's written.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, isn't
Stunning,
it?
isn't it? Fabulous.
I absolutely love that, Avril. My final Wall of Fame. Oh, I love it. What a great one to end on as well. Good luck to all of you, and don't forget, someone will be doing your draw on Wednesday for you. Okay, ladies and gents, we've waited. We've even had a little bit of a taster from the beautiful Wall of Fame Alison just read. Alison wants one. I'm sure a lot of you will too. It is your star by. This gemstone extremely difficult to get our hands on. Don't get me wrong, ametrine's always been difficult to get our hands on. It really has. It's one of those gemstones which comes from one main location in the earth. We have found it in other areas, and we have kind of been able to recreate the look with gemstones from other areas. But for the real deal, natural thing from the premium premier location, Bolivia is the place to go. Now, this year of 2016 has been so difficult to get our hands on this. We've actually had reports from our own buying team, from other buying teams as well for different groups and different companies that have said that 2016's hardest gemstones for us to purchase have been Russian chrome dioxide and ametrine. Now, they're the two main things we've gone looking for at the Hong Kong show. They're the two main things that we have got our eye on for the Hong Kong show, because I tell you what, neither of these can we purchase right now for love nor money. Russian chrome dioxide, we sort of ish expected it. We kind of ish knew that it was coming. I mean, it's always a difficult gemstone to get with the shortened mining period in particular, but we never saw it coming as quickly as it has for this gemstone. Truly, I know it's come from nowhere, and normally we'll try and give you a heads up if something's about to get super rare and not be seen. We haven't had that opportunity. It's Mother Nature's decision on this. If you love that beautiful amethyst purple and that sunshine citrine yellow together, get it whilst you can. The freshness of this is just phenomenal. It really is. Ametrine, we have not been able to get our hands on at all. We've tried to buy it on our last purchase and we were unable to. Very much the same with Russian chrome dioxide. It truly did kind of take us by a bit of surprise and take us kind of by storm. We never ever expected ametrine to become as rare as it has quickly. It's one of those things that normally we'll give you a heads up about it. I'll be able to forewarn you when something's kind of about to get rare, because we understand why. If there's been, for example, with Russian chrome dioxide, a difficult mining season, then we can kind of understand that. We kind of expect that. We know that it's coming. But with this, we didn't. Basically, it's become massively popular in certain areas of the world, and therefore people, for example, in particular on the Asian market, are snapping this up in rough form, in cut form, in geode form, and it's just been so difficult for us to get our hands on it. And I think everybody, it's not just us as a channel, we know a lot of channels who are having difficulty with this as well. For me, if you want to get your hands on this gem, even though it's kind of come from nowhere, even though it's kind of, the rarity is kind of just swooped upon us and kind of just jumped upon us and we didn't expect it, I'm just warning you now, and I can't really warn you because it's too late, it's done now. Get pieces like this if and when you can, because we've not been able to buy any more. I think I have an inkling and a sneaky suspicion that what we've got now may well be all that we've got for the next 6 months. That is my sneaking suspicion, because like I say, for love nor money, we've been able to get ametrine in our last couple of purchases. So if you want to get your hands on this extremely rare gemstone, a gemstone that brings together that beautiful creativity and purple colour of the amethyst with that sensational, smiley, happy, joyous sort of citrine golden colour, now's your opportunity to do so. Get your hands on this one whilst you have the opportunity, because this is such a high-end strand. It really, really is. Loads of you already checking out. Kent's in, Greater London's in, Middlesex you're checking out, Staffordshire, nice to see you, Bedfordshire as well as Buckinghamshire. Hello to Cheshire, you wonderful people in Merseyside. It's lovely to see you as well, Sussex and another Bedfordshire. All of you already checking out your baskets and checking it out quickly. More and more of those names every single moment, bleeping in and bleating in. This is an absolutely sensational, astonishing strand, and with the quality of the amount you've got in here, this is something special indeed. It's not insipid, it's not watery, it's not the type of colour where you're kind of squinting and going, well, I can't see any purple at all in that one, and where's the golden hues? This is impact, this is statement, and the fact that we've got that naturally here right now is something exceptionally treat for you. I know we've been used to seeing ametrine, and I'll hold my hands up. Ametrine has never really been one of those that we go, oh, this is hard to get. Oh, it's so rare, it's so rare, it's so rare. It is hard to get. The miners have to get a plane to this location because it's so remote, it's so out there. There just would be no chance and no point in kind of driving and commuting every day. They have to get a plane to get to this place. So it is hard to get your hands on. And the fact that this one mine is so tiny, actually only has one exit and entrance, it's so small. So it has been difficult to get your hands on, but this has absolutely taken us by surprise. And you know what I will say to you, A, can you take my word for it? Well, yes, you absolutely can, because if we had been able to buy it, I would have been able to tell you that, and we simply haven't. B, can you, how can you kind of test it? How do you know? Well, you can't. You're just going to have to trust in me, because essentially, if you want to get your hands on this in, say, 3 months' time, and we haven't had an order in and we can't bring it to you, then once it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing I can do. And 3, don't forget that if you do want the opportunity to get this just to test the water, 30-day money-back guarantee, try it out today, because your price point is a shocker. The fact of the matter is that this is never generally an under £25 kind of gemstone. It's just not. We don't see ametrine at these sorts of prices. We truly, truly don't. If I see an ametrine at an under £35 price point, I know I've got myself a deal. If I see an ametrine at under £30 price point, I know I need to be buying myself that. But at this price, that is not the type of deal we've got. Can I be honest with you? Do I think that actually maybe if we'd have wanted to, we could have raised the price? Yes, absolutely, because as I said, we have not been able to purchase it. I actually went into the other building the other day where our studio used to be. I went into the other building the other day and I saw one of the producers from kind of one of what used to be our sister channel, and they were talking about this gemstone, and I was walking past, and I was nosing on the conversation, you know what I'm like, nosing into the conversation, and they were talking about ametrine, and they were talking about how essentially, no, this is the last one we've got, this piece, this auction we've got, these rings that we've got, or whatever it was, they just said, this auction is the last auction we've got of this, we haven't got any more of it, that's it, you have to make a big push for it. And they were basically coming together with their pre-show game plan, and they obviously had one auction being one piece, whether that be one set of rings or one set of earrings, whatever it was. They essentially had one set left, and they were saying, right, okay, we have to let them know, is this all we've got in the vault? Yes, it's gone. Okay, we tried, you know, they were putting together their game plan, basically talking about the scarcity of this gemstone and how that was kind of their main push for it for that day. Just goes to show it's not just us, ladies and gentlemen, and it's truly not. It took us by surprise, but it was absolutely hit us now in the face. showcase, rare in the extreme. At $19.95. Wowzers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm heading on over to my final break of this time on Freeview, but straight up after the break, get ready to fall in love with these floral designs lapis. We'll be back with you in just a few moments. Stay tuned for my final hour. It's going to be a good one.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck. Join Jewellery Maker for our Day at the Races weekend. Our designers will have you chomping at the bit, featuring everything from micro macrame and diamond copper wire to sterling silver and fascinators. If you want to be a front runner, make sure you tune in for lots of inspiration and tutorials straight from the horse's mouth. Our amazing star buys will get you off to a flying start, and our jewellery kits are sure to put you on a winning streak. You simply must watch the show. Sorry to be a nag.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people. We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy-to-follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Wowzers. These are absolutely eye-catching. Every single one of these giving me this plume of regality. Every single one of these individually hand-carved and ever so slightly different because they are hand-carved. I think these are phenomenal. Your lapis lazuli flowers.
Stunning, aren't they?
I think they are really phenomenal. I love the fact they've got the ridge around the outside of them as well, if you wanted to use that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today, my name's Becky. Wait, no.
Tomorrow it'll be something else.
Tomorrow I will be Bruce. No, my name's Becky, but I'm going to say today I am joined by a guest designer who actually, me and you may or may not off screen in the early hours of this morning have been devising a plot, a plan, nay a DVD using something very similar to this.
Yes, and you could very easily fit those into the DVD. Very, very easily.
Sorry, accidental horse impression. Yes, you could, couldn't you?
You most certainly could.
You absolutely could. Now, these themselves are lapis lazuli. So what do we get with a lapis lazuli? You get this deep, deep opaque gemstone. The heart and the body of this are really, really rich, vibrant, denim-esque blue. And then interspersed within the gemstone and atop the gemstone, you get these wonderful submetallic glimmers, these glistens, these lights. And that is essentially the elements of metal and that's kind of created in the makeup of this as the gemstone's created. So again, Mother Nature's choice, her distribution offering as to whether or not she doesn't clump together or kind of spaced out. It always reminds me of Starry, Starry Night. It really does, that kind of Van Gogh look. It looks just so wonderfully eye-catching. I adore it. I've got for you here a collection which has already been played with by our budding beader, Sandra. Sandra's really gone to town with this ring and then gone quite relaxed, but beautifully paired and subtle with this. What do you think of these as a pair?
I think they're amazing, and it shows you the versatility. She's very clever because it shows you the versatility of it.
Yeah.
It holds its own in the, you know, extravagantness of a wire work, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. You know, it really holds its own in there, whereas lesser gems might not have. And yet, look how beautiful it looks with just that little frame of gold round the edge on the bracelet. But gold, I'd have to go gold with it.
Yeah, would you?
It with the gold, yeah.
I go gold or copper. Because there are kind of copperish colours as well in there as well, aren't there?
Yeah, you could go
like
copper.
that we've got the grooves around the outside. Now, it's something that we don't get to see often at all, and I want to know why that is something important with these, because it really gives us more options in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gives you more grip. So if you're doing wire work, it's got somewhere to go. It's fab if you've got macrame. You can actually, like we talked about with the, you're going to do exactly what I'm going to say. Like we talked about with that gem, the charm.
Yes,
blank, for want of a better word. You could actually, I was just going to say, you could set gemstones around
One
it.
mind shared between the both of us. Yeah, you could, couldn't you?
Yeah, and it would look amazing.
I need that in my life. That looks so pretty, doesn't it? Using it very much like we did that sterling silver collection earlier on for you, just nestled in. And that would be a real pain to do if this was just smooth at the sides, wouldn't it?
Very difficult to get it to stay there. But because you've got that groove, it gives you so much more avenues to explore and to play with. It's fabulous.
It does. We did that stunning zircon earlier on. If you want to get your hands on the last 3 or 4, you have the opportunity to do so. These lapis lazuli, unlike any other strand of lapis I've ever seen before, unusual for us to be able to see the hand-carved lapis anyway, but the fact that we've gone to the extra detail of not just doing one side but doing both sides, the fact we've gone to that added detail of actually adding the groove there, which means you can easily frame these with the likes of your zircon, which is currently at the bottom of the screen, very simplistically. I mean, if I can even do that and just hold that there, and you know how clumsy I am, that is so impressive. It's just because of the shape of the gemstone, not due to any of my skill, which won't surprise anyone. Lots of you coming in for this. Your names have gone off the bottom of my screen. Come on in and get it whilst you can at £9.95. Brilliant. The amount of work that's gone into this, into working on both of those sides. I know it's a completely and absolutely different kettle of fish, but we were previously talking about an amber, and we were previously talking about the amber roses. Now those are done on one side. Obviously it's a completely different kettle of fish because it's an organic and it's different price points, but you know, £14.95 for one of them. Now, of course, that is amber, so it is different, but one of the reasons that price is up there is due to the workmanship in it, due to the craftsmanship in it. And this has got that same craftsmanship.
It has, and they're beautifully done. And they can be, you can almost balance them like on a sling, and they'd look amazing. So you've just got it nestled in a loop of wire.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'd put a very, very fine wire around, just so you sort of almost hide the fact that it's being held there.
Got you.
And it would just look like it's balanced in one piece. You could get it to balance, actually, if you pulled that teardrop. Oh, that would look amazing.
I'm so on board with you on that.
A 1.5 wire going round it, coming up to the top in a teardrop shape.
Yeah.
And that would actually, because of the 1.5 would be strong enough, would hold that in place with no wire.
Oh, that would look...
Wouldn't that look incredible?
Like it was just floating there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I'm thinking with these as well? And this is kind of due to the DVD that we did not film this morning, no matter what anybody says. But let's say, use our imagination and imagine we did film a DVD and imagine there was, say, a peacock-inspired piece on that DVD.
Beautiful colouring.
Perfect colouring for something like that, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely perfect colouring. No, I could think of a couple of those pieces. Could you imagine that nestling in that? If, for instance, we'd have done a different shape that was a body part.
Someone's asking, hi, can we have a closer look at how they have captured the flower with the wire? Yeah, absolutely, you can. Take a little look. They've captured it essentially by going through the drill hole, as you can see. And then essentially what Sandra's done is she's taken the wire atop the top and bottom of these. If I tilt it a little bit, you'll be able to see. So that it's going in that nook. So you get that beautiful look of each side. You get that look of wire in the nook. And then it's kind of attached there to create your clasp. So it's all done in one there. I like that design a lot. Loads of you have come in for getting that. As people, names gone off my screen twice already, text up at the moment, but it had it away long ago. So do treat yourself to these ones whilst you can at £9.95. What an absolute deal of a steal. And that zircon, which was dropped dramatically and shockingly at the bottom of your strand for that price. How many on the strand, please? Well, first off, Penelope, fantastic name. Congratulations. I'm really jealous of people with amazing names. I used to pretend my middle name was Elizabeth because I was a big fan of Queen Elizabeth I. It's not though, I don't have one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 for you on here, which means per one approximately. Let me just do my calculations. Oh no, Dion's just gone, I'm not telling you. Did you see how scared I was then? I would guess approximately 40 pence. Approximately 40 pence per one. What can I say? A beautiful mind got nothing on me. Oh man, maths is not a strong point, but they did, you know, a beautiful mind to the film, I think, kind of based on me. Thank you, Becky. I will get another. Oh, Penelope.
I don't blame you.
Wait.
At that price.
Oh, we're talking about strands, aren't we? Yeah. Sorry, instantly thinking names. Gonna get myself another one. Thank you very much for that, Penelope. Well done to everyone who got that. A great deal and a sensational prize. Working out per one, less than the price of a first-class stamp.
A lot less, yeah.
A lot less. Okay, everyone, how do you feel about, if you think all of this is good and all of this that we've been doing, wait till you see this. Showstopper! Ooh. What I'm bringing to you here now is something you are going to be over the moon with. When I bring you garnet, I bring you a statement. When I bring you garnet that is opaque, as this gemstone is, it gives you a ruby-like feel and appeal. When I bring you garnet, I'm bringing you a name. I'm bringing you a staple. I am bringing you like an A-class celebrity of gemstones. It's not one of those gems that you don't know or don't recognize. It is a gemstone, I believe, that you learn about very early on in life. When I bring you this, I bring you a statement. And when I bring you treats like this, you know you have to be very quick to the phone lines.
It's a nice strand, isn't it?
How amazingly does it go with gold and with pearls? Does anyone else have any pearls in their collection at home? Because for me, that is a match made in heaven, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now you see, you could easily swap one or two of those pearls out and put one of those garnets in.
I've got for you here a true statement. Alison, Tarry, when you think garnet,
Yes.
what instantly springs to mind?
Variety when I think garnet, but the quality of that is just phenomenal. I love that colour. That is the stereotypical garnet colour, isn't it? To be fair, you know, when you, like you say, when you think of garnet, I love the variety of all the garnets we can get, but that is your go-to colour of garnet, isn't it?
You're so right.
And with the pearls, you know, just one of those in a strand of pearls looks amazing. Or one pearl in a strand of those.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
When I bring to you, right, we're going to play a little game.
Uh-oh.
I've
got most of the day.
This is price point guessing game. I'll work on the title. So let's just do, I'm going to say a type of gemstone and then you're going to say ish price point you might get in mind. For example, if I said, spessartite garnet, kind of price point you'd be expecting is about
70, 80 plus, depending on what you've got.
About £80 worth,
Yeah.
so 80. Okay, if I say to you shell pearl.
About 5 or 6.
£5 or £6. If I say to you the likes of a genuine pure round pearl.
Ooh, about 100 and whatever, however big it is.
Yeah,
£100
pounds upwards. If I say to you the likes of ametrine natural drops.
Oh, no, I know what they went for, but that's a silly price.
Yeah.
I would have said 30, 40 pounds.
About 30, 40 pounds. If I say to you pure, beautiful, natural garnet round price point.
Oh, again, I'd be saying about £30, I think, because that's a stunning strand.
It is a stunning strand. Now, the reason I kind of do that game is because it makes you think on the spot, and I would say all of your guesses actually bang on point. Yeah, I would be expecting to see shell pearl for around about £6. Yeah, I would be expecting to see the likes of, you know, your spessartite garnet, etc., at about £80. Absolutely. All of those, to me, absolutely bang on. And completely and absolutely, £30 for this is the go-to price point. None of those are exaggerated. None of them were blown out of whack. Oh. Every single one of those prices that Alison has said is the type of price point we have seen the following from. I mean, the price point that you mentioned, they weren't blown out proportion. No. We have seen shell pearl at £6. We have seen spessartite garnets at £80. And actually, you didn't go over the top at all because we have seen the likes of shell pearl at 12 mil. Sorry, at £12. We have seen the likes of spessartite garnet at £100. Yeah. So you've gone straight right down the middle. This guess, therefore, of £30 being down the middle could mean that we could range from anywhere, say, from £25 to £45. Today, I don't know how we've done it. You ready for this?
No. Oh, yeah. Multi-buyers going on. That is phenomenal.
That is exceptional, isn't it?
It is.
That induced my smug look.
Yeah, well, it would do, because you're going to buy that, and if you take the ring you're wearing, you're going to use 3 of those stones in there, and that's a £10, £15 ring.
£15 ring using 3 of them.
Every day.
Every day. Let me just imagine how much that would be. I'm going to do it as if using 3, I'm going to base rate it. I'm going to sell them all to me mates. Yeah. Let's say £10.
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. £170 worth, approximately there at mates rates. I'll be honest, not entirely sure I've got that many friends, but that is an exceptional price point.
I know. And £10 for that ring is pretty cheap.
I can't get over that. I really, really can't. There's so many of you flying in for this. I am totally and absolutely unsurprised. I think a lot of the people who came through instantly were web bidders. You knew that we were doing something crazy on this. And now the telephone bidders have come in, because I think the telephone bidders, obviously you and I find out the price on screen at the same time. Telephone bidders, the vast majority of telephone bidders are obviously watching on the television. So telephone bidders, you're coming in a little bit later, probably because a lot of you will have been looking at this and going, it is going to be a £30 strand. Oh, I do like it for that, but I don't know if I'll stretch to it. I'll see if it is, you know, the £30 mark. I'll see if Dion could see any blue in it, and I'll see if she takes off £1 or £3. I don't think anyone expected £6.95.
No, I would never have, for a million years, expected under 10. Never for a million.
Never.
That's brilliant.
It is astonishing, isn't it?
It is. Perfect strand.
Not unsurprising that Dion did this as a showstopper, really, is it?
No. That's a silly price.
I know. Complete and absolute shocker for something that is, you know, a statement gemstone. It's not one of those gemstones that no one's heard of. It's not one of those gemstones that hasn't been used by some of the biggest companies in the world. It is a statement, isn't it?
Absolutely. And most people out there have heard of garnet.
Yes.
Sometimes they haven't heard of some of the stones. Not because there's anything wrong with the stones. The stones are amazing, but not everyone's a collector. Whereas that's your stereotypical garnet. That's what everyone expects from garnet. You know, if you had your Savarite garnet out there, people are like, oh, is it? Oh, right, okay, well, that's interesting. I've not seen it that colour. You know, because most people think garnets are red, sapphires are blue, you know, emeralds are green and all that. And that's just an amazing strand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you were finishing off like the inside of a Valentine's card then. Anyone else?
Garnets are red, sapphires are blue.
Sapphires are blue. Shop at JM, you'll get them for a bomb.
Garnets are red, sapphires are blue.
Yeah, you do it.
It's your last morning show, so bargains for you.
Hey! I'm so glad you're here. Morning, lovelies. And my postie has just delivered garnets. They're nowhere near as close to colour and glow-wise on screen, and they are lush. Jack, I completely agree with you, you know. Gemstones like this, I think, can be quite flattened down by the lights in here, so when you get them home, you're right, they do glow more, which is great actually, isn't it? Because it means that when you see them, they outdo your expectations, which is what I want. That's what I expect. No one wants to look at an amazing cake that looks stunning and sensational, and then you bite into it and it's like do you? It's all about that look. I love the name Mavis. That's what I call my 5-year-old granddaughter, Tallulah. Oh, that's lovely. Guess what? You're not going to believe this, guys. Okay. Honestly, this is just loop-de-loo, right? I don't have a middle name. Terry, my tech op, doesn't have a middle name. Alison doesn't have a middle name either. Basically, we're going to start a Facebook group about this. And...
the no middle name group.
Yes, the old two-namers, they'll call us, will be known throughout the land. The old two-namers. I like the name Mavis. Mavis. Kerry Mavis. No, I don't think that's you.
Tallulah.
Oh, Kerry Tallulah. Kerry Tallulah. Yeah, I like that. You sound like some sort of singer, don't you?
My name is Tallulah.
Well, it could be now, Alison, if you want to take it on as your middle name. £6.95 on these garnets for you. Brilliant. We have got a very, very special showstopper here. I'm about to bring you a very, very special star by. Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very, very rare opportunity. 40 quantity. This is one of those gemstones that around only 40 of you in the world will be able to own today. I wish I had one for every single one of you, but I simply don't. One of the scarcest garnets on the planet. Spessartite.
Stunningness.
It's amazing, isn't it? I am absolutely in love with this strand. It is extremely eye-catching, isn't it? This is something that I am extremely excited to bring you. Why? Well, because I rarely get to bring you spessartite garnet anyway. For me, it's one of the most exciting garments. It's one of the freshest. It's one of the brightest. It's like this kind of fun bonfire tone. It's got hot, hot heat about it and this sunset kind of vibrancy. It's got this warmth, this glow. It reminds me of those special times, those special moments. It reminds me of the types of occasions we take out for ourselves. You know, I think very few people in the world, and it's quite interesting actually, because something will happen every single day, but very few people in the world, when they get to see it, will ignore it, and that is the likes of a sunset. A sunset happens every single day, but most people will stop to look at a sunset. If you're walking home or driving home at that time of night, your eye will catch the skyline and the horizon. It will raise a smile. That's what this gemstone does for me. It is an absolutely exceptional example. Now, this has to be the highest quality we've had, and this is one of the reasons I'm very excited to bring it to you. I found a little bit of information on the GIA website for you, because you know how much I love the GIA. GIA is the Gemological Institute of America, and it talks all about, it teaches you all about kind of gemstones and the quality aspects to look at, etc. Most of our presenters here at JewelleryMaker are GIA trained, so whenever we tell you something about these gemstones, it's kind of from a great background, such as the GIA, and most of us have that qualification to back it up. On the GIA website, a relatively new post has been added. Obviously, we have the bits that you can log in, but you can't see the types of things if you haven't got a login. But this page was found on the login. So I'm just going to read it out for you now so that you get an idea about it. It says, spessartite garnet is perhaps the most eye-catching gemstone. According to GIA's coloured stone expert, it is prized for its bright orange and yellow. Many examples have been found in Southern California and near Romania. The high-quality spessartite has come more recently from areas mined in Namibia and Nigeria. Take a little look at where this is from, ladies and gentlemen. The high quality. The other locations haven't even been described as kind of a quality level. This location that I've got this from described as high quality has been recently mined. It's one of the most recent discoveries in the gemstone world of this location, for this gemstone in this location, and it's bringing out the highest quality that we have seen in a very long time. I'm over the moon to be able to bring this to you. I truly am. It gives you a richness and a vividness and an intenseness I haven't seen before. We haven't achieved this by dye or faking it or heating it or irradiating it or locking it away for 6 months. This is natural. This is created by Mother Nature. Mother Nature has given us a colour here which represents that stunning time of day when the sun sets and you know that your evening's beginning. It is that eye-catching piece, that statement piece from, as the GIA describes, the high quality location. If you want to get this location, you've got to be quick, because I myself don't think I've brought to you a spessartite garnet from this location at all. Look at those sunset hues dancing. It is absolutely limited, ladies and gentlemen. I am heading into my last chance saloon right now. Come on in and get this whilst you can, everybody. Your spessartite garnet, last chance, limited opportunity today. You ready for this? Just £74.95 today for you. Now that is exceptional. We've already talked briefly about spessartite garnet today, and quite easily, obviously saying, you know, average price you'd be expecting about the £80 mark, but not necessarily for this quality, not necessarily from this location, because I don't think I've seen it from this location before. I'm used to seeing the location of Romania on this, or the location of the USA, but not from Africa off the top of my head. And what you're getting here as the GIA, the Gemological Institute of America, the people who know what they're talking about, describe this location as high quality spessartite garnet. That is a statement, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. And so is that gemstone. That, you know, you sometimes look at these gemstones and you're like, that's natural. It's just incredible that Mother Nature produces these colours.
Really is, isn't it?
It's amazing. I can't comprehend it. You know, you think, how? It's just, wow.
It is exceptional, isn't it? I can't get over this gemstone at all. And truly, it's unlike anything else, isn't it? I mean, how would you work with this, please, to get that sunset feel about it?
You see, I'd want to split it into 2 lots. I'd want to take off some of the larger ones, and I'd actually have a few of the larger ones just for a delicate piece, a nice delicate piece of jewellery, a necklace and a pair of earrings. But then I'd want to block the rest out and really be extravagant with it, and have something like a waterfall pendant with some waterfall earrings, and just go for that power of colour, because that colour is just so incredible. I'd also look at putting it with some black pearls. We had some quite petite black pearls, which I think would look amazing with them. Absolutely incredible. Because you only need a few of them then. Well, all white pearls, to be fair, that would look amazing with white pearls.
To really be eye-catching. Now, just a quick text. Make it... keep it for myself and make opera length waterfall earrings on gold chain. Lush. Charlene, that idea is magnificent. I adore that. I just wanted to, now obviously I cannot currently switch around this tablet here to show you exactly what I'm looking at on screen, which makes it sound like I'm looking at something a bit rude, but I'm not.
It's not.
I'm really not.
I can see it.
I've got here for you I've just typed into my search engine spessartite garnet. I've gone onto the shopping section. Now, no strands on here whatsoever. I had a little scroll down a moment ago. But what I'm looking at here, I want to give you some price points of. This is for loose gemstones, okay, so a loose individual gemstone, £650. A large cut gemstone of spessartite garnet around this size, you're looking at around about 1.5 centimetres, £204. This isn't set into jewellery, these are loose. If you do want me to talk about set into jewellery, I'll mention that garnet in 14 karat gold, which is on in gold. White gold, it is £1,566. But I won't mention ones made into jewellery. I'm talking about individual set ones. You've got one here, loose gemstone, 7 millimetres, not even a centimetre, 7 millimetres, £184.97. Now, can I note to you that that is a one piece there? That is one piece. I'm not talking about strands here. I'm talking about one piece for you today. I found another piece set into jewellery. The set into jewellery. Loads of you are coming in for this, okay? And you're kind of creeping in. You're probably spending time to do your own little treat and your own little detail. Let me have a look at the pieces. Let's think about set into jewellery, shall we? Set into jewellery. As a ring, another 14 carat ring, £1,566. In a different type of ring with sterling silver, in a sterling silver ring, one piece, 4 mil, £128.79. If you're looking at it in, let's have a look. Is there anything here that looks handmade? You know that as soon as you type in an unusual gemstone and you type it into your search engine, how many homemade pieces come up? Yeah, none coming up here at all. They're just made pieces by big names. That's all that we're getting up here. That means that if you are planning of selling online, you're going to really stand out from the crowd, because I tell you what, all of these 1,300 price tags I'm coming past are not making me wince at all. You've got one here actually, which is 13 mil. So 13 mil, don't forget 10 mil is a centimetre. So 13 mil, that's just over a centimetre, is £1,603. And that is just set with a white gold. These are just exceptional prices. I've got an individual hand cut here, one for you, hang on. Look at that. An individual hand cut one here for you, which is a 5 mil. How big are ours? I've got 6 by 3 mil in areas. This is a 5 mil. Now this is on a website, one of those auction sites, you know, the ones we go to because they're dead nice and cheap. 5 mil piece, £453. That's not set into jewellery.
That's loose.
That's loose. That's a loose gemstone, not set into jewellery. Look at how much I've got on here.
That's why I'd have separated it into 2 suites of jewellery.
Yeah.
And I'd be looking at getting the gold findings to go with it.
Yes.
I really, really would, because it can command that value. You know, you're not gonna lose out on it. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah. It is sunset. I love sunsets and sunrises, and that has got that warmth, inner glow of a sunset. It's just amazing.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? Absolutely exceptional. It truly, truly, truly is. And if you think, I mean, I am not going to sit here and count, because let's face it, my 2 times table aren't strong and I'd be here for a week. But I mean, if I count 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've gone from the small bit, so let's add 2 on. And let's say that's about 10. It's not, it's 12 down here. But if you imagine, that's 2 fingers width for me. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, about 90 there on that strand. Now that is a real underestimation, because I had that much left at the end, which actually would have worked out as a minimum another 5. And also when you're getting into the middle, I'm doing that for 10, and I tell you what, there's more than 10 in that section there. So realistically, even at 90, now I have way underplayed that for one of the rarest garnets on the planet per one. It's working out about 88 pence.
So it's such good value. It is such good value. And because it's such a strong colour, you know, you could quite easily split that strand with a friend, because, you know, not everyone can afford that.
No, split it with a friend. Yeah. Absolutely fine. Split it with a friend completely. But when this opportunity for us, the GIA says high quality location comes up, it's exceptional. And per one, you are looking at the difference between a boiled and an egg fried. That's the difference, isn't it? Yes. Really? It's that difference. When you're going, you get your Chinese meal deal, and then if you want to upgrade to an egg fried rice, you have to pay like the extra 90p or whatever it is. It's for one of them. I'd rather have one of these. I'll just stick with the boiled. 74.95. Well done, everyone. That is a true treasure for you. Yeah, it'd go great with that, and I'm sure you've got the idea, because we did mention it earlier on. 9 carat gold would look great with it.
Yeah.
I've got some here. These jump rings are phenomenal. Which size? Are these the smaller or larger we're doing first? I've got these ones here for you. 6 mil jump rings in genuine gold. We don't have many of these left. I've got less than 100. Way less than 100. These ones, ladies and gentlemen, are genuine 9 carat gold. Do not forget for me, this is a very, very new kind of ingredient to our mix at Jewellery Maker. Very new indeed. Look at how exceptionally well it goes with that specicite garnet. I mean, seriously, what a match that is. It is phenomenal as a pairing. It truly is. And that's a great way of getting those big statements of the designs. What I've got for you here is your gold jump rings, and they are real deal gold. Gold, of course, this is one of the highest grades of precious metal we bring to you. In fact, it is the highest grade of precious metal that we bring to you at the moment. Genuine real deal 9 carat. a lot of locations in the world of your gold kind of creators, the gold mines, go bankrupt before they even make a cent of money out of the ground, because this is such a difficult type of precious metal to get your hands on. It takes such a long time to work with it. And obviously don't forget that a lot of these mines open up off the back of debt. They open up with a loan. So a lot of these places going bankrupt, especially with the economic climate as it is at the moment, left, right and centre. So the fact I'm still able to stick to astonishing prices like $32.95, it is a real deal opportunity. In particular, of the kind of amount of these, you're getting 10 of them in total, and they are the 6mm, that's outer diameter rounds, using the 0.8 gauge. It's a gorgeous look, and great if you are into like your chainmail. To be able to do a very simple Mobius ring with just a few of these will be a big statement piece, won't it? But big on the pocket money too.
That's a very good price.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's an amazing price.
I have these rounds. I'm sorry, I've just been directioned towards this strand here.
Perfect with those jump rings.
Hold on to your hats.
Look at that.
The largest ruby I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen the crown jewels, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this coming up for you so soon. So soon that it's soon. It's now. Does size matter?
When you got a ruby.
It most certainly does. It most certainly does. When you've got a ruby, it matters big time. Why does it matter? Well, it matters because ruby is a rare gemstone. A very rare gemstone. When we find ruby, we tend to find it in, you know, a certain size. We'll be lucky if we ever found a piece of rough to be around about the size of, piece of roughs that we have found kind of can fit in the palm of your hand quite snugly, and we have found some slightly larger, but it doesn't really tend to happen that often. If you find an individual piece that's 20 carats in one place, you've got yourself kind of, you know, almost record-breaking pieces there. Wow, those rubies are stunning.
They are.
I know, they're phenomenal. It matters a lot on the size of a ruby because the bigger it is, the rarer it is, and therefore the value goes up. Now, why does that happen? Because surely, because I always think this, it doesn't happen in clothes, does it? You know, say you're a size 8, you don't go in and buy a size 8 dress and then flick a few behind to say a size 18, and the size 18 will be a certain percentage higher. So why is it like that with gemstones? Well, because essentially clothes and fabric's relatively easy to come by, aren't they? Whereas to actually find plausible pieces of rough to be able to make into large pieces of gemstone work as this, not as easy to come by. And not only that, we don't get the decision as to whether or not we do come by it. It's Mother Nature's choice. The fact that I'm bringing to you here these absolutely epic pieces is astonishing. Some of them with beautiful light play underneath the surface. In fact, a lot of them with a lot of light play under the surface. That's due to the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, this is natural. I haven't got for you here, the big, massive, let's face it, gobstopper of a 15mm in the centre with, oh, I don't know, 13mm of it being ruby and then about 2mm of it being the, lead-based substance because we've Fisher filled it. No, it's not that. We haven't got a doublet here or a triplet here, meaning that I've got a little piece of ruby with a nice bit of glass on top that makes it shine through so it makes it look bigger. I haven't got that. This is pure, real deal ruby. These are the types of sizes that aren't even present in the crown jewels. These are the types of pieces of ruby that you don't even see in windows or in on catwalk shows. These are the types of things you hear about and read about and only now and again see pictures of, say, in a handbook at a museum. They often don't even have pieces like this available for you to actually see. There's so many of you already treating yourself to this. It would be lovely for me to say I've got 99 of these, but I don't. I've got less than 30 now. Your price point today on this one is going to knock your socks off. £199.95 for you today on this one. That is absolutely above and beyond thought process.
For 360 carats?
Can I just work out here?
Carats.
Because, okay, if I was to bring you 360 carats on a double nugget strand and I brought you that price point, you go, hey, up, you're upping us on. But look at this. I'm going to work out approximate carat weight per one, if I may. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, I've got 15. So carat, per carat, Dion, I mean, my brain, if my brain could work out carat weight approximate, you're not even going to believe this. Hang on. 13 carat ruby. Will that even exist, I wonder to myself? Oh my goodness. Do you know what? I was absolutely and completely right. There are articles written here about biggest ruby found. A massive 11 carat ruby and all this, that and the other. If I go into shopping, your search 13 carat ruby did not match any shopping results. It is not a thing that we see, ladies and gentlemen. That is phenomenal. That is absolutely exceptional, isn't it?
It's incredible. I watched a programme, I quite like these mining programmes and the gem
Oh,
programmes.
me too.
And they had one in Alaska, which was ruby miners, and where they had a vein in Alaska when they were going out to get it. And they were getting really, really excited when they found a big ruby, which was about little fingernail size.
Oh, really?
And they were like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And they're all little rubies that they're taking out. And, and I'm just like, wow. They certainly have nothing like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be great if we had them here now. We'd be like that. Get over it, guys. This is what we do. It's what we do. I absolutely am amazed by these. I'm blown away by them. Well done to every single one of you. A truly exceptional treat. They're working out about 13 carats per one. That is an heirloom piece that you're going to pass down for generations and generations and generations. Okay, bring in the flowers. Now, do you know those lapis lazuli we had earlier?
Oh.
You are about to fall in love.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they are stunning.
I am so in love with these. They're like historic, frozen in time vintage flowers.
Look at that. I love picture jasper.
I adore it.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. These do almost have a bit of the Picasso jasper about them, actually, due to that colour palette and the kind of speckling on them. This is, again, those beautiful hand-carved individual flowers, hand-carved on both sides, and they almost have that rivet or divot on the inside of them, which means they're perfect for nestling gemstones around if you so wish to. I did it earlier on with the likes of a zircon that I did for you earlier. it just nestles so beautifully because of that little kind of notch around them. I mean, if you wanted to do that as a design, how vintage does that look? One of the most, well, the epitome, I suppose, of vintage gemstone with this design. It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, really phenomenal. These are absolutely beautiful. They'll go great with the lapis we had on earlier on. If you don't think I saw those arrows, I did, lovely lady. Your price point today. We've matched it. £7.95.
Phenomenal.
No way. It shouldn't have been that price point. The fact of the matter is that we've given you a serious treat with this one. To give you all of that texture, all of that detail, all of the mottled and bottles sections is phenomenal. And look, every single one of them completely and absolutely different. Nice for maybe cufflinks, I think, for a little bit of a vintage theme.
Fab cufflinks. Absolutely fabulous cufflinks.
Little bit unusual and unique and individual.
Yeah, they do kind of transcend it because of the gemstone it is.
You're right. You're right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to make a vintage tiara with that and some more of the sort of champagne-y coloured pearls and some zircon in it.
That's gorgeous.
I love it.
Gorgeous idea.
Absolutely love it.
I quite like the idea. This is going to be great for brunettes and blondes because of the colour. As a headband, just a really simple headband because of the colour and the way they sit. Well done to order. You're getting these at just £7.95. There you have a chance. I've got some more jasper for you to get your hands on, and these are going to go so well. I have to show you them together. We are absolutely lucky as you like to get these.
I can't remember when I ever last saw any Dalmatian.
Dalmatian jasper is something we don't get to see often at all. And look, it's in the same carved flowers. You've got the Dalmatian jasper there. All of those spots that you got on there are real deal. They are natural. We haven't just gone along with them with the likes of a marker pen. This is your stunning Dalmatian jasper. These are so detailed on both sides. You've got a very special price point on these today. Again, for the last few, £7.95. What do you think about that?
I think they're great, and I know it's a connotation because of the Dalmatian, and I love the gemstone as it is, but that will make fantastic jewellery for the vast majority of pet owners.
Oh,
because
I love that.
There's spotty dogs and merles and spotted horses, and that will fit in with most animal lovers out there. Fabulous. Apart from the fact that it's a fantastic gemstone and you get the people who love Dalmatian jasper.
Yeah.
But if you're going down that route, that is just fantastic. Could you imagine putting one of those on your Dalmatian's collar?
Oh, I love that idea.
Could you have a dangle tag off the collar?
Yeah.
How fabulous would that be?
Yeah, I love that idea. How would we achieve that? How would you be able to do something like that?
You could you could braid it. Because the cord, there's usually quite a reasonable drill hole in those, so your cord could go through. You could, if you did a leather collar, you could put a little wire work on that collar because it wouldn't dig into the animal. So if you've got a base of it and you could have it off that, you could pop it on a strong chain and just literally pop it on as a dangle, like almost a dog tag.
Really like that
brilliant.
idea. That'd be sensational, wouldn't it? Really would. And at £7.95, I'm unsurprised that you're all flying in. Okay, I'm going to squeeze in one more for you now, and we are going out with a bang. It is these huge, smooth, graduated necklace strand. Now, we don't get to see these often, going from a really delicate up to a large and back down to the delicate. These are some of our biggest sellers that we've done for you, strands like this, and very, very rarely do we get to see them outside of a kit. So it's a wonderful little treat for you to be able to have them as part of your collection today without buying all the oomph and bump for the rest of it. It's versatile, it's useful, and because of that high shine, you're getting such a kind of diverse look that's going to go with so many different pieces. Pair this with the likes of your Dalmatian jasper, just one in between each one for a big statement piece that naturally will graduate down. You've got in here earring size, bracelet size, necklace size, hand adornment size, you've got anklet size, you've got toe ring size, you've got something for everybody on here. And the fact that I'm bringing this to you at this price,
Cool.
£7.95.
Oh, it was
for two of them. 2 of them, ladies and gentlemen, today at £7.95.
Fantastic.
That is astonishing, isn't it? Oh, you're all absolutely flying in. Unsurprising to me whatsoever. It really, really isn't. Well, we're heading into the last minute of our show now. It's flown, hasn't it?
I know.
Isn't it? Now, you're not with us.
Gone like that.
Flicked and it's gone. You're not with us for the next hour, are you?
No.
No, you're heading off home. Thank you for joining us today. It's been fantastic. When are you on with us next?
Saturday night.
Yeah,
Something special.
Can you give us a clue, please? You know I'm super nosy.
Well, I've got 2 fantastic kits. Got some amazing new wire. I've got something special for hand adornment coming up.
Hand adornment speciality. Saturday night.
I adore it.
Oh, I can't wait. So that's your weekend sorted, isn't it? Saturday night, you're going to be with the wonderful Alison Tarry. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Freeview, we are about to lose you, which is a shame. But don't forget, you can watch us on the app if you want to, or go to JewelleryMaker.com to carry on watching, because in my next hour, I've got loads more coming up with you. My final morning show with you today. It's been absolutely wonderful. You've all been a complete pleasure. My team for taking me on as your own. You're all absolutely wonderful. They're just a fab team, and you are lucky because you're getting Carol back, so people won't accidentally throw things around the studio, which is great. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Have a really wonderful weekend. See you soon.